Second date update.
There's a difference between just getting blown off after a date and then somebody just being rude to you.
Ooh.
You know?
Yeah, totally.
Like, you can go out with someone and then just ghost and not ever talk to them. Or you can go the other route and be like, you're an idiot. Leave me alone. Never want to talk to you again. And that's a situation that Rachel is in, I guess. Rachel's on the phone right now to do a second date update. She met a dude, and I guess now he's kind of being a jerk, and she just wants to know why. What's up, Rachel? How are you?
Hi.
Oh, God, I know why he's being a jerk. Jeez, what's your attitude for, Rachel?
Come on.
I'm such a mean.
Yeah.
Oh, even your laugh is mean.
Yeah, you sound so hard to deal with.
I'm not.
I
whole thing.
don't think the question here is why is he not calling you back? It's like, why do you want to call him? Why do you want to waste your energy on this dude?
I mean, he was hot.
Okay. Okay.
Like, we got it off. I mean, we hit it off right away.
You
like,
almost said we got it on.
Yeah.
Did you get it on during your date?
maybe we did a little.
Okay.
A little bit. Okay. We'll get into that in just a second. But tell us about the dude. What's his name, by the way?
His name is Jason.
Jason, all right. And where did you meet Jason?
I met Jason at a house party.
Okay.
We were at this party together, and I was in the other room, and I could, like, see into the kitchen.
Uh-huh.
And I could just, like, tell from the back of his head that he was, like, so hot. Like, I just saw him. I didn't even see his face.
Dude, if a man is hot from the back of his head, he is definitely...
I've never heard that.
Well, you ever look at someone from behind and you're like, man, they're hot.
Yeah.
But sometimes they turn around and you're like, whoa, was I wrong?
Yeah.
Not in this case?
No, not in this case. I mean, it was like gorgeous man, like a light was shining around him. He was like the life of the party. He looked so good. And then I was just sort of like, I locked eyes at the back of his head, but I was like waiting. And then finally he did turn around and I was like, I knew it.
I knew it.
Yeah, I mean, I was totally right.
Did you approach him or did he approach you?
Well, I kind of casually made my way into the kitchen and I walked over to his like group of people he was talking to and just, sort of basically laughing at everything that he said.
Oh, so you just sort of inserted yourself in the conversation and then just started laughing at whatever he was talking about.
Yes, I thought I was pretty smooth about it, but I mean, I was going in. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like I was making an approach.
And did he notice you right away?
I mean, like, eventually he did. Like, I mean, he noticed that I thought he was hilarious and clearly thought that he was, like, hot because I was, like, staring at him laughing. But, I mean, it felt like he was reciprocating, like he...
Well, you said that you guys kind of got it on, so I guess he probably was reciprocating.
Yeah, I would say that.
Yeah.
How'd the rest of the evening go? I want to get to the...
I mean, it was mostly awesome. A little tiny awkward thing happened, but, like, mostly we were like, basically I realized that nobody was around us. Like, it was just the two of us. And we were really having a good time, and, like, we were having drinks. And eventually we made our way outside. And we were, like, outside and talking, and then we sort of found our way to the side yard, and we're not talking so much, and we're more, like, making out a little bit.
Okay,
all right.
Side yard makeout session.
Hey.
Yeah, that's so nobody can interrupt.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of great because it was just, like, we were still, like, at the party, but we were, like, in our own little space, and, like, we basically started, like, fooling around, and we were having a lot of fun. Things were getting a little, like, crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And we sort of slammed into a trash can.
Jeez.
Man, things were getting
Wow.
crazy.
Oh, damn.
My God.
Yeah,
She grabs it and just...
Yeah.
seriously.
What happened?
Well, the trash can was one of those, like, loud kind, and it, like, tumbled to the ground, crashing into the pool deck area. It was really loud and a little
Jeez.
awkward.
Okay.
And basically, the host came out with a flashlight and totally shined it on us.
Shut up. That's awesome.
Break it up.
Yeah, they're expecting raccoons and they come
Seriously.
around to see you guys make it out.
Yeah, I mean, it was like we were totally caught. Like,
Yeah.
Like,
I just picture the two of you, like, like you're bent over and you're looking at the flashlight and your beady little eyes.
Yeah, totally.
it was a lot like that.
Okay, that's nice and awkward. Did you go back into the party after that?
I mean, like, yeah, we sort of, like, got ourselves together, and we, like, it was funny. We thought it was funny.
Okay.
And then, so, like, a couple days later, basically, I texted him, and he was like, who's this? I have a new phone. And then I was like, I'm Rachel from the party. Like Rachel, the not raccoon from the party.
Yeah, totally.
And now he is being really rude.
What do you mean?
How
How is
what's
he
he
being
saying?
rude if he doesn't know who you are?
Well, exactly. That's what I'm saying. He's acting like he doesn't know who I am. But I mean, how could you not remember that? I mean, like, how could you forget that? So.
And you sure you have the right phone number?
We texted that night. Like, I saw him receive a text from me that night. And then, like, we texted for a couple days after, and now it's like, now he's acting like I don't exist.
What is he saying? Like, I mean, after who's this, did he respond?
Well, when I said, I'm Rachel from the party, he was like, Rachel who?
What?
Yeah, he was like, I don't know you. Leave me alone.
Leave me alone. I don't know you. Wow, all right.
Jeez.
I'm like, dude, you know me. Like, I know you know me.
Pretty well.
I mean, unless he was blackout drunk for 2 days, but like, no.
For
Yeah.
2 days, it could be a possibility.
Yeah, it could be, but it just, like, you probably at this point just want to know why he's being so rude to you.
Exactly.
I
I
guess
want to know
it
why
is.
he's being so rude to me. And it's like, it feels like there's something else going on. Like maybe his girlfriend was out of town and that's, you know. and
Oh,
now-
good point. Yeah.
Makes sense.
I didn't even think of that.
That's why he would be like, I don't know you,
Yeah.
because his girlfriend might be checking his phone.
And then
text
you deleted
messages.
your number.
Or something. I mean, it just seems a little weird to be like all about it and then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I think you're right.
I think you're
If
right.
we find out he has a girlfriend, is your goal to like call him out on air about it?
I mean, like, I just want to know what the deal is, like, why he's being so, like, you know, two-faced.
For sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's understandable. All right, well, we'll play a song and then come back and call him and get your second date update, okay?
Okay.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
I think we're about to catch somebody who's cheating.
Ooh,
It's
me
Brooke and
too.
Jubal in the morning. If you're just joining us for the second date update, Rachel is on the phone, and she met a dude at a party. They ended up having a good time. They even hooked up outside by the trash cans and knocked over a trash can. And the host of the party thought they were raccoons getting into the trash and actually caught them in the act. That was embarrassing for her. But anyway, she liked the dude a lot. They texted a little bit right after meeting, and then he disappeared. And then she texted him again, and he said, new phone, who this? And then said, I don't know you, leave me alone, and things like that. So we're guessing that maybe he has a girlfriend, and his girlfriend may have seen text messages from Rachel. So I think we're definitely about to bust him. Rachel, are you ready to go?
I'm ready.
Ooh, I forgot to ask you, have you done any like detective work, like found him on social media, asked your friends about what his relationship status is?
I mean, I asked our friend who's the host of the party, but he's like a friend of a friend.
Oh.
So, like, I don't really know his last name, and there are a lot of Jasons in the world.
Yeah, there is.
You search through
Yes.
every Jason
Yeah,
on
she's like-
Facebook.
She's trying to find the hottest one. Show
Yeah.
me the back of your head because that's all I remember. You were so hot from the back.
Exactly. I needed that to be the profile pic.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to dial his phone number right now. Here we go.
Hello?
Can I speak to Jason, please?
This is not Jason.
I'm sorry, what?
This isn't Jason.
That is.
Oh, all right. Well, who is this then?
This is Trevor.
Okay. Well, this is Jubal from the radio show Brooke and Jubal in the morning. Do you know Jason at all?
Wait. No, you're not.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Yeah, I am.
listen, Trevor.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not.
Hey, Trevor.
Oh my God, I follow you guys on Instagram.
Sweet.
Oh.
Thanks, Trevor.
Sweet. Appreciate it.
What are you guys calling me for? What, did I win something?
No.
No, you didn't. I'm not even trying to call you, Trevor. I'm trying to call a dude named Jason.
Well, that hurts.
If you don't remember the
God.
beginning of our conversation.
Oh. Well, this is my number now.
Oh.
Okay, so you just got this phone?
Yeah. I've been getting calls all week for this Jason dude.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's what happens when you get a new phone.
Yeah.
I got a new number a little while ago. I don't speak fluent Spanish. Whoever had the phone before me, obviously a fluent Spanish speaker. So when did you get this phone?
Like a week or so?
A week. All right.
Okay.
Well, that sucks because
Yeah.
we're trying to do a second date update, and this girl, Rachel, was looking for a dude named Jason, who apparently used to have this phone number.
Oh, Rachel, is she kind of hot?
Wait, what? Now you're
I
just
don't
trying to
know.
get with girls that want Jason?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm just curious. Is she a hot girl or,
I don't know if she's hot.
She probably is. Jason, according to her, Jason was like the hottest man on the planet, and Jason was interested in her. So we don't get to see her. She just called us.
So wait. I listened to the second date updates that you guys do, and does that mean she's on the line like right now?
Yeah.
She is on the other line, Trevor.
Oh, well, what's up, Rachel?
Trevor, you're funny.
I'm like trying to get a second date from Jason. That's what's up.
Oh man, that sucks. I mean, why did he ditch you? Did you do something, or like did you do something weird?
Trevor, I don't even know how old you are, and I don't know how you took over this segment, but good work, man.
Like helping.
Yeah.
I mean, he's kind of doing our job right now.
Seriously.
I don't really know. I didn't do anything. This is weird.
I mean, you must have did something, or maybe he just, maybe he was just staring at other chicks or something,
Maybe.
Trevor, he doesn't have his phone number anymore. She can't get a hold of him. You obviously have his phone number.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I have the phone number now, but I mean that was a week ago. That's old news.
Jason's old news.
All right, no. This is really cool. This is cool. So, Rachel, tell me what happened.
Tell me what
Tell
happened.
Trevor.
Let Trevor fix it for you, Rachel.
I mean, it's like, why? I mean, I don't know. It's not that. Why am I talking to you about this? Like, like this guy Jason and I met at a party, and we really hit it off. I'd like to talk to him again.
I mean, did you guys hook up at all?
What?
That's none of your business, Trevor.
Oh, that totally sounds like you did. He totally did.
Oh my God, Trevor! Trevor, I love you.
Rachel, you're being trolled by this dude.
I mean, I'm a single guy.
Oh my God, what is happening right now?
You want to go on a first date with me?
Oh, wow.
Oh, well, Trevor, I mean, give her some stats. What do you have to offer her?
What do you look like, man?
I mean, I'm pretty handsome, I just got a job, and
Yeah, you got some.
I mean, I'm like that. Those are good qualities to have, a job and handsome. I think that you might be. I'm just guessing, a decade younger than me. I think maybe.
I mean, I'm old enough to at least have the phone now, so.
I'm old enough to have a phone.
And a job.
Yeah, he's got a phone, just got a job.
And he's got
my
swag.
Yeah.
But he's in high school.
What do
I
you
know
think,
it.
Rachel?
I can't really believe that this is happening.
I mean, you better believe it, baby. I mean,
Baby.
Listen, you got ghosted by him. I'm not trying to ghost you right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
Right now, though.
Uh-huh.
Who knows?
Rachel, are you considering this at all?
He's charming.
I mean, I really don't think so.
Oh, come on, Rach. I mean, listen, we can even just hook up later.
Yeah, I'm not going out with you. You sound like you are in high school.
I'm not in high school anymore.
Like currently, because you're on the phone with us, but later on, you probably have to go to school.
I mean, yeah, I've got classes later. That's about it.
Okay.
This is not exactly what I thought was going to happen. Was this phone call?
Come on, Rafe, give me a shot. Let's just hang out. Just maybe there's a reason that we have our numbers now, each other's numbers. Maybe there's a reason that this happened.
Ooh, kismet.
Fate.
Rachel, would you go out on, I guess, a first date with Trevor, who I think is a high schooler?
Yeah, and
we will pay for it.
I don't think it's legal. I just want to throw that out there.
I think I'm going to pass. I think
Yeah?
you sound like you're very charming, Trevor.
Aw.
But, I think maybe in a few years, when you get out of grad school, let me know.
You don't want me to Google the age of consent in this state and then make your decision after that?
I mean, I'm flattered. But I think, yeah, I don't think so this time.
Oh.
Well, I mean, good luck with that Jason dude or whatever, that jerk. And he's still got my number, so if you ever want to talk about it, I'm here. I'm here for you.
I'm here.
He's persistent.
Yeah, he is.
Brook and Jubal in the morning. Take a seat.
Text in at 78592 that says, you need to hire Trevor as an intern right now.
Yeah.
He's hilarious. It's Brook and Jubal in the morning. If you missed today's second date update, Rachel called us and she wanted us to get a hold of a dude named Jason. They met at a party. They hooked up actually in the side yard and got caught by the host. And they texted for a day or two afterwards. And then suddenly he stopped responding and then started responding rudely. Like, who's this? I don't know you. Leave me alone. And then we called that number and a kid named Trevor answered and said that he just got a new phone.
Yeah.
So obviously, Jason had canceled his phone service and Trevor must have got his new number. Yeah. And then Trevor started hitting on Rachel and tried to get her to hang out sometime.
Dude,
she said no because Trevor sounded like he might be late for social studies class.
Right?
He was definitely in high school.
Totally.
Yeah.
But he had so much game.
Yeah, people texting in like, this
Like,
guy's a legend
what?
already.
Yeah, dude, I think she almost said yes.
Right?
I think so.
Until she had to check herself and be like, wait a minute, I don't need to go to prom again.
Yeah.
Yeah. This Trevor kid is going to take over the world someday.
Yeah.
So it was a pleasure to meet him. And hopefully he finishes up his last couple years of high school and then maybe gets a date with Rachel. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Move at 92.5.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
The girl on the phone for a second date update today met the guy that she wants to call in a place where I've never even seen people talk.
What?
I've never seen anybody utter a word to each other in this place.
What is it?
So I don't know how they actually met. No, not a library, because people still whisper and things like that
yeah.
at a
And
library.
like Jubal's been inside a library.
Oh, no. They have free internet access there. Oh. So I've been at a library. Trust me. Making all kinds of noise. But
All right.
I have never seen anybody ever speak to each other, even when I'm with somebody, on the shuttle to the airport.
Oh, yeah.
What are you talking
Everybody
about?
just
I always
sits
talk
there.
to everyone.
Oh, you're the one then. Because I've never seen it. Everybody's kind of sitting there angry, like, I just need to get to my terminal.
Yes.
Why is this driver driving like that? What's the deal? Why do I have to tip him? Anyway, this is stupid. I don't have cash. And everybody's upset. But she actually struck up a conversation, I guess, on an airport shuttle. What's up, Stephanie?
Hi,
Hi.
what's going on?
Not much. How did you meet a dude on the shuttle onto the airport?
I'm just as surprised as all of you are. I was on my way from my car, those little park and ride buses, and this guy gets on at the next stop after me, and he's all like, oh, like, I almost didn't make that one. Like, he's obviously wanting to be conversational.
He wants attention as soon as he gets on. I saw somebody do that the other day.
Just
It's like-
friendly, you guys. Like, he can just be a friendly person who, I don't know, likes
No,
life.
I don't think so. He wants attention. So he got on and was talking to everybody or just talking to you?
Well, it was just like me and him, like, and the driver. Like, I'm not just going to ignore him. So we start talking, and then it, like, turns, like, kind of flirty. I can tell that he's like, oh, and, like, I don't know, the conversation definitely shifted from him worrying about his flight to, a more flirty type of thing.
And were you instantly attracted to him when he walked onto the shuttle bus?
As soon as I kind of, like, turned around, because I heard him talk initially, and I was like, here we go. Like, I wasn't even going to, like, pay him any attention. And then when I kind of turned around, I was like, oh, hey. Like,
Oh, hey, I'll talk to you.
You're like, great,
Yeah.
the annoying dude just got on the shuttle. Oh, wow, the annoying dude's kind of attractive. Come
Yeah.
over here, sit next to Mama.
yeah, you can sit right here on my lap.
That's not a very long ride, though, to get from, I almost missed my shuttle to, hey, do you want to go out on a date?
Yeah.
Well, okay, so this is what happened. So we're flirting, we're talking, and it was really cute. He was just like, I really want to take you out, but I won't be back for a few weeks, so let's go on a date right now.
Dang, this guy gets down to business.
I was like, wait, what? Now? I don't understand. So he proceeds to, like, open up his briefcase. Inside, he's got, like, these bags of, like, airplane peanuts, those, like, little mini bottles of liquor, and he opens up his phone and, like, looks for, like, love song station. I'm just, like, the entire time dying inside. And
So wait, he meant like right now as in on the shuttle bus, not like when we get to the airport, let's find a bar that we can go to together.
No, like, as we're driving, he starts setting up shop, like, in his lab. And I'm like, oh, my gosh, of course. Like, normally, like, I'm so busy. I never have time to date. And now I'm going to go on a date, and it's on a shuttle bus. Like, it's ridiculous.
I like
Okay,
it, though.
yeah, did you like it or was it weird? Because I'd be like, this guy might be an alcoholic. He's got airplane shots on him, and it's the only thing that he eats, little bags of peanuts from the airport.
I mean, honestly, like, when he first started taking out, I thought I was going to, like, die of embarrassment. And then I was kind of just like, you know what, like, that's kind of sweet. Like, let's just date right now, and I've got everything we need. Let's go. I was like, okay.
Did it feel planned? Like maybe he's done this before? He comes prepared with all these items when he gets on any shuttle bus?
I mean, he seems like he travels a lot, so, it seemed like, I have leftover peanuts. Like, I mean, it very well could have just been stuff he had left over. I mean, if he would have pulled out, like, a tablecloth and a candle, I was like, all right.
Like, wait a minute.
Sketchy.
Why do you have silverware? They're not going to let you through security with that.
And what kind of magician are you? How did you fit all that into your bag?
So how long did your date last then on the shuttle?
It was like pretty short-lived, but it was really cute, and we had a good time. We were just laughing. A lot of it was just us laughing. So we finally get to my terminal, and I have to get off, and I'm like, oh no, like the most strange but awesome day in America is ending. So we exchanged phone numbers because he said he was going to be gone for a few weeks. And I also was like, here's my email. If you want to, like, email me while you're on your trip. And he's like, I'm really looking forward to seeing you when I get back. It's kind of like, I don't know, like, it just seemed like the stuff you see in a movie. I was like, this is not happening. I'm, like, all for it. I'm, like, ready to go.
So you really thought when he was going to get back, he'd give you a call?
Yeah. So I have his phone number, so I called him. I left him a voicemail, just, like, hey, checking in. I had a great time, all that. But never heard back from that. And I also sent him an email to kind of check in because I didn't hear back from the phone call. But nothing. It's just I haven't heard from him, and I've heard you guys do these things before, and I was, hoping that maybe we can get to the bottom of this.
Yeah. Do you think that he's just not back from his trip yet?
I mean, it's been a little over 2 weeks now, so he should have already come back according to, like, the conversation we had on our shuttle bus date. But if anything, he could have just emailed me back at least to kind of, something. Give me something, guy.
I mean, if he was into you, he would have at least been like, man, I'm still busy, but as soon as I get back from my trip, you and I will go out on another shuttle bus. Maybe even a city bus next time.
Don't get wild.
All types of public transit dates are in the future.
Can you say that one more time? Sorry, I couldn't hear your phone.
All kinds of public transit dates seem to be in my future after that.
You can go to train.
I don't know how he wouldn't be into you if he did that cute little thing. Like he didn't have to do any of it,
Yeah.
He's the one that initiated all of this.
I mean, yeah, and even if his trip ran longer or something like that, I mean, I think I would have just expected something, but maybe I'm jumping the gun. I'm not too sure.
Well, let's find out. We'll play a song, come back, call him, and get your second date update, okay?
Yes, thank you so much.
No problem. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Right in the middle of a second date update, and if you're just joining us, Stephanie is on the phone, and her first date with a dude included everything. Romantic music, exotic nuts, smooth alcoholic beverages. And did it end with a kiss? No. Unfortunately, it didn't end with a kiss. It ended with some guy going, "We're at the Delta terminal. If you're getting off a Delta flight, get off here. United terminal is next." And then the two parted ways. That's because Stephanie met the dude that she wants to call today on an airport shuttle. She was going from like her car to the airport, and some guy got on and then sat next to her, and they had a shuttle date. Which is the weirdest date we've ever heard of, but she liked it a lot because she thought it was funny and original. He sat next to her, pulled out like airplane shots of alcohol, opened up his phone and put on an app that had romantic music, and they shared some airport nuts on the way to the terminal, and then the date was over. He said he was going out of town for a few weeks and that he would call her when he was back, but he hasn't called, so we're going to get him on the phone and find out why he's not calling her back.
And if you did jump the gun on this and he was like, well, I was actually going to call her later this afternoon, are you going to be embarrassed?
I mean, at least I'll get an answer. Maybe a little bit.
Right?
Yeah.
That's all right. You might be able to save it, though, and be like, all right, well, let's talk now, and then go out,
And have another date right when we're on the phone, because that's what you guys do, right?
Yeah, just the impromptu dates will continue forward.
Yeah. I'm going to dial his phone number right now and see if we can get him, okay?
All right.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, I was looking for Jamie.
Yeah, this is Jamie. What's up?
Jamie, how are you? This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the morning.
Wait, what?
This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
Thanks for listening.
And I'm calling you today because we actually had a listener email us to see if we can get in contact with you. Her name is Stephanie.
I don't know a Stephanie, so you're going to have to help me out here.
I think you probably do know a Stephanie. You met her while taking the shuttle to the airport.
I met her on the airport shuttle?
Yeah.
Wait, you seriously don't remember right now?
Still?
Oh, my God. Well, yeah, you're really going to have to refresh my memory here.
What do you mean I'm going to have to? How would I have to refresh your memory if you met somebody on an airport shuttle? I've never met one person on an airport shuttle.
Yeah, you could say I've met a few people on airport shuttles. So, like I said, you're going to have to help me out here, dude.
You know, the girl that you pulled out the nuts and the alcohol for, you played the romantic music on your phone. You said you'd call her.
So why are you laughing? What's so
going.
funny?
You guys got to tell me what she looks like, seriously.
I don't know. I've never seen a picture of her. She just sent us an email and asked us to call you.
We figured that description was probably going to be good enough.
Yeah. Is there anything else specific you can give me here? Because if you don't know what she looks like and I don't know what she looks like, we're going nowhere.
I'll tell you what we know. We know that you met her on the airport shuttle. She was sitting there when you got on. You sat down and flirted with her and had a real quick shuttle date. And she said that you told her you were going to be gone for a few weeks on business, but you'd get in touch with her when you get back. She said she'd called you and emailed you, but has heard nothing.
Wait, so you said she emailed me?
Yeah.
Yes, that's all we know.
Oh, the email girl?
Wait, how is she the email girl?
How's she not the shuttle girl and the email girl?
Well, she was email girl on the shuttle, but wait, she called a radio station to get a hold of me.
Yes.
Kind of, yeah.
That's hilarious. I mean, it's great. It's great. I'm not like complaining, but like, wow, I can't believe she did that.
What?
Okay, so you're excited
so
that she did this, but you don't remember her.
Well, like I said, I remember who she is now, just from the emails. But wow, I can't believe it worked.
Hey, wait, if you're excited that she contacted us to talk to you, why didn't you email her back?
I'm more curious why you said I can't believe it worked.
Yeah, what worked?
It's amazing that it worked to the point where she would go this far with it.
Whoa.
So wait, was the whole thing like a shtick that you used to lots of ladies on the shuttle bus?
Well, that day it was, yeah.
That day it was.
Yeah, here's the deal. I mean, I'm not like one that likes to brag about himself, but I don't do too badly when it comes to like meeting ladies and picking up girls and whatever.
Okay.
So I decided, why not be a little entrepreneurial about it and write a book about being able to pick up women quickly in unusual places.
So wait,
so
it was like research for your book?
Well, I can't write a book about being able to pick up women in weird places if I don't actually try to pick up women in these places. So I have to have test subjects, so to speak.
Okay, so you were on the shuttle that day.
Yeah, trying to see how many numbers I can get.
I don't know how I feel about all this.
Whoa.
And did it, I mean, other than this, did it work well?
Yeah, actually, surprisingly, it worked quite a few times. My batting average wasn't bad that day.
Hey, wait, though. I get that was your point, but were you actually interested in Stephanie?
I mean, there was nothing wrong with her, per se. I mean, she's nice.
So that's a no.
Well, I mean, I didn't call her back, but I'm still pretty excited that the whole thing worked as well as it did. I mean, she went so far as to email a radio station, so that's pretty good.
Don't you feel like it's a little messed up, though?
I mean, I'm not sleeping with them. I'm not, like, taking their money. I'm just giving them time.
Yeah, but you're still leading them on, and it's all a lie.
No, calling her back would have been leading her on. Plus, the information that I'm getting from what I'm doing is going to help so many other dudes out, especially since it worked. So, if I can hold up for a second, what's your name again on the phone?
Jubal, Brook and Jubal in the morning.
Okay. Can I have permission from you to put this whole deal in my book? Because this is pretty awesome.
Oh.
The second date update, the fact that she would call a radio station?
Just the whole thing is beautiful.
Yeah, I guess. I don't care. Sure.
Sweet.
If I give you permission to do that, can I have your permission to put her on the phone with you right now? Because she's actually listening and wants to talk to you.
Oh, are you serious?
Yes, I am.
Oh, the twists.
Surprise.
Stephanie?
Yeah. Hi.
Hey, what's up?
What's wrong with you?
Nothing?
No, but like at a fundamental level, like what's wrong with you?
You didn't think something was that wrong with me, like, I guess, whenever, a couple weeks ago.
I mean, that's when I, didn't have any clue. They were trolling the airport to write a ridiculous book that's going to help no one. Like, what's wrong with you?
Well, actually, I think I just established that it's going to help guys, and,
It's going to help guys pick up women that you'll never speak to again? I'm confused on how this book's going to work.
Well, no, the idea for the other guys that are picking up the women is so that they do speak to them again. So, if anything, you're helping those guys out, too, if you put it in perspective.
So it's a positive thing, Stephanie, that his whole date was just a sham.
There's nothing positive about any of this.
Are you pissed?
It's like a combination of like rage and like speechlessness. So I'm having like a real bad struggle, like not jumping through the phone and tearing out your eyes.
So it's a yes.
And like also looking for the right words to say.
Look, I'm sorry that you're offended, but you do have to understand that you were part of a much bigger project, and you were a positive part of it. So that's good. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't have interacted with you in a way that was fun if I wasn't actually enjoying our conversation. So we can, you can look at it that way.
I just, I honestly just can't believe that I bought the whole thing. It seemed so sincere and impromptu, but you had been running this game up and down the airport all day.
Well, if it makes you feel, I mean, you were probably the nicest person that I talked to.
Oh, that's
You don't
that's
remember
sweet.
that. You're such a liar. You didn't even remember who she was when we called you.
Well, I remember now when you said email.
Yeah, of course you do.
And Stephanie, I mean, I would look at it this way, Stephanie. You already said that you had a great time, and those are kind of things that you can't give back. And, even though I didn't call you back, it doesn't mean that we didn't enjoy a moment together, at least that little shuttle ride that we had,
Dude, he is.
You are good.
He's good, man.
Yeah.
I want to date him.
You got to understand how she feels used and stupid, though.
Well, I mean, feelings weren't really my intention, and my intention wasn't to hurt anybody. My intention was to write a book, and, sometimes you get collateral damage with this kind of subject matter.
You hear that, Stephanie? You just took some shrapnel. That's all. No big deal.
Right in the neck.
Yes.
Jamie, I have to ask this question no matter what. Jamie, would you like to go out on an actual date?
No, do not ask Jamie about another date. Don't. There's not necessary to do that at all.
Oh, man.
Come on, Stephanie, you got to admit, like, after this whole radio deal, the whole thing's kind of funny. So, like, maybe we could just, like, have a drink and laugh about it. You know what I mean? I kind of owe you.
Maybe you can have a drink by yourself, Jamie, while you laugh over writing this book.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think you won her over.
Well, it's unfortunate, but, it's now that I'm talking to you and I kind of get a better gauge in your personality or whatever, but I can always go back and ride the shuttle, I guess.
Yeah, back to the shuttle to meet some more ladies.
Always got the shuttle.
Yeah.
The shuttle Casanova.
Hey, Stephanie, I'm sorry you did not get a second date.
Yeah, well, it's probably better that way at this point.
You have a cool story to tell, though.
You know you're going to be buying that book just to see what he actually said about you.
What do you mean buy this book? He's going to give me a free copy.
Yeah. You at least owe her that, Jamie.
Yeah.
Sign.
I think I can make that happen. I know the writer.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I think we talked to the new best-selling author in America.
Really?
And we don't know it exactly yet because the book hasn't been released. But a text in at 78592 says, I'm a woman, and I think the airport shuttle second date update guy is awesome. I think he's a genius, and he's going to sell a ton of books. Somebody else had texted in at 78592. What's his book called? I need to get it. It's a page turner. If you missed today's second date update, Stephanie wanted to call a dude named Jamie. They actually met in the airport shuttle. Mm-hmm. She got on. He was on the shuttle. They talked for a second. And then he was like, let's have a date right now. I'm a pretty busy guy. And he pulled out like airplane shots and peanuts, and they talked for a little bit, and then they got off the shuttle, and that was it. He said he would call her, but he never called her. And the reason why, he was just doing research that he's doing for a book he's writing about how to meet women in unexpected places.
Wow.
And apparently his date ideas are really good because every woman texting in at 78592 says they love that if that would happen.
That's crazy. Are you kidding me?
Can't wait for his book to come out.
Me too.
Remember, if you want a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5.
Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
For today's second date update, a listener named Robert is on the phone, and his email started off by saying kids make dating difficult.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I didn't really read more after that. I just wanted to get him on the phone because, Robert, why are you dating kids?
Oh, my God, that's not
Of course it's going to be difficult.
I wasn't dating kids.
difficult and illegal.
Yeah, there's a lot of things wrong with that,
Yeah.
Robert.
No, actually, I have a kid. I'm a single parent.
Oh.
Makes sense.
Makes so much more sense now, Robert. All right.
And-
Okay, you have a kid and somehow it made a date difficult for you?
Yes.
Okay, what happened?
So I met this young lady, Rebecca, online.
Okay, and were you upfront right from the beginning that you were a father?
Yes, I was. Actually, she's also a single parent, so I thought right off the bat we had that commonality.
Right, and who better to understand how dating is difficult when you're a single parent than another single parent dating?
Exactly. You know, and it's hard enough right now to even have the time to even manage to meet someone, let alone finding a match, just scheduling wise with work.
Yeah, it's got to be a lot to handle. So you met her on a dating app?
Yeah, we were chatting. Eventually I had a plan to meet for dinner, and right before, about an hour and a half before the date, I forgot about my son's b-ball game. And, he had a game that night, and I felt awful. I had to call Rebecca to cancel. I was, very apologetic.
And did you have to cancel because you just wanted to be there or because you had to take him to the basketball game?
I forgot that I had to take him to the game.
Man.
Why don't you just put him on the bus and go do whatever you want to do?
Well, that
Can't do
actually
that?
could work. How old is this kid?
He's 6 years old.
Okay,
Six.
so that won't work. Never mind.
That would crush
yeah.
him.
He's got to be 7 to ride the bus by himself.
Yeah.
So you called her to cancel?
Yeah. And to my surprise, she suggested, well, why don't we both go?
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
She's a mom. She probably understands your
That's
struggle.
cool.
Yeah. I mean, I was somewhat shocked. I mean, I thought, how cool is that? She
Yeah,
was,
why not use my 6-year-old's basketball game as a dating opportunity?
Yeah. So I figured, she was just really cool to even suggest that.
Yeah, that's cool. It shows that she's pretty easygoing. How was the date at your kid's basketball game then?
It was really good. She was very supportive.
Did you get seats right up front? Some good seats.
He got courtside at the 6-year-old basketball game.
We had front row seats. She was cheering him on. Really cool. Every time they had the ball, every time he had the ball, very supportive.
Was he like, who's this strange lady cheering me on, Dad?
Actually, they met right before the game, so it wasn't that weird.
Okay.
That's good.
At halftime, I should mention this, there was a little romance that actually ensued during the game.
Okay, what happened?
She, she got a little hungry. I said, I'll be right back. I'll get some food. And she was like, I'll tell you what, if you bring me some popcorn, I'll give you a kiss. And I was like, back in a flash.
They didn't even have popcorn? You had to drive to a movie theater to find some?
Pretty much. I had to leave. Yeah, pretty much. So she gave me a kiss when I got back. The second half started. She was cheering. My kid's team lost, unfortunately.
That's probably why she's not calling you back. She wants a winner.
Probably. I mean, actually, Rebecca was saying, good job, very consoling, even, they lost.
And that's where like, don't lie to the kid. He played terrible.
No. She was really cool, I have to say. And I was, I was even thinking, wow, this is wife material.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Whoa,
That's quick.
okay.
That's quick jump.
Well, our first date where, she's hanging out with me and my kid. We went to dinner afterwards and we had, a great conversation. Our kids have a lot in common. They're only a couple of years apart.
Did your son come to dinner with you guys too?
Yeah, he came with us, and it was a lot of fun. She was asking him a lot of questions about school, about sports, and, he was very comfortable with her. So, I mean, I couldn't help but think that this would be a possible, candidate here.
Okay, well, other than just the kid stuff, did you like her? Did she seem like you?
Yeah, it seemed like we had a spark. I mean, she wouldn't have given me a kiss, I don't think, if she didn't like me.
Good point.
Yeah.
Very good point.
I don't know. Popcorn's pretty good. I do a lot of things for popcorn.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
All right. How did everything end with her then?
I dropped her off, said goodnight. She gave me a hug. She said goodbye to my son, and here we are. That was 2 weeks ago. I haven't heard from her. I've been trying to get a hold of her, text her. I called her once.
Huh.
So it's, just really disappointing. Like I said earlier, it's really hard to find a time to meet someone. I don't know, like if I might have said something to offend her. Or, it's really frustrated.
Okay. Well, we'll play a song, come back, and then call her and get your second date update, all right?
Sounds good.
Okay, man. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just tuning in for today's second date update, Robert is on the phone, and he took the girl that he wants to call today. Her name is Rebecca, to a sporting event. Always a good idea, unless, of course, it's a 6-year-old's basketball game. What was the score, by the way, Robert? 9-6?
Seriously.
It's actually even less than that.
All right. Good job, kids. Good job.
If you're just tuning in, Robert actually forgot that he had his kid the night that he scheduled a date with Rebecca. She has a kid too. And he had to take him to a basketball game. And Rebecca actually was like, fine, I'll go. So they went to the basketball game and then had dinner after. He said everything went great. He even got a kiss in the middle of the game. Ooh. And now she's not calling him back and he can't figure out why. You ready to get her on the phone, Robert?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I just really want to find out why she hasn't gotten back to me. I can't figure it out. I'm completely baffled. So I just want to hear the truth. I just want to find out what the deal is.
All right.
All right, cool. Well, I'm going to dial her phone number right now and see if we can figure it out. Here we go.
Hello?
Hey, is this Rebecca?
Yes.
Hello, Rebecca. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
What are you doing?
That's how people talk on the phone.
Who is this?
Hey, this is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
Yeah, sorry about that.
What? Who is this, really?
My name is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show. I talk like people do. Understand it.
You're calling me from the radio right now.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. How are you?
I'm
You
fine.
sound confused is what you sound.
Yeah, could it be the accent or could it be the radio part? Who knows?
What is this about?
Well, we do a segment on our show. It's called the Second Date Update, and you went out with a dude named Robert a little while ago.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah. And Robert emailed us because he told us all about your date, and he also told us that you aren't calling him back or returning any of his text messages, and he was wondering why.
This is the weirdest thing that's ever happened to me. What? This is for real?
It is, unless you haven't gone out with a guy named Robert.
No, I did. I did.
So, yeah, is there a particular reason you don't want to see Robert again?
I just don't think that Robert and I will work out in the end. That's all.
He doesn't see that at all.
Okay.
Can you give us any information to give to him? I mean, that's why we do these, is so people can figure out what they're doing wrong in dating. And Robert really wants to know, especially when he said that you kissed him in the middle of the date.
Oh, yeah, okay. Wow. So he.
Yeah,
wow.
he told us. Yeah, he did tell us that.
Whoa.
Either you liked him or you really liked the popcorn that you traded the kiss for.
Oh my! Are you kidding me?
No.
This is.
I thought it was
Oh
cute,
boy.
though.
Yeah, if somebody kisses me in the middle of a date, I usually think the date is going well.
Yeah.
But it sounds like,
Well, it was going well then.
Okay.
So when did it change?
Well, okay, so I don't know if he told you, but we went out to dinner afterwards, after this game. And this thing happened at dinner, and it was just weird and awkward, and it was kind of a big deal. And I honestly, I can't get it out of my head. And it's that big, and
It's that big. It's that big.
It's so big. It's.
You guys, she's not
And you
talking
found that
about
out at dinner?
How did, the 6-year-old was at dinner with them. What are you talking about?
Well, I hope that didn't happen then.
Oh my God, Rebecca.
Am I right?
I'm
Am I reading
sorry.
into what you're saying, right, Rebecca?
She means the situation.
It was the situation.
Oh, okay.
What did
Can you tell us what happened? He's really curious.
Okay. We finished eating dinner, and his son asked for some ice cream, and his kid is 6. And so Robert tells him, no, he can't have ice cream.
Yeah.
Then he literally said, well, your team lost, and ice cream is for winners.
Ice cream is for winners.
Wow. What was the kid's
Damn.
response? He just he looked so sad and defeated. Like he had already lost his game. Like it was their, they're 6. They couldn't reach the basket. Like nobody scored. It was the worst. Right? It was one basket was the winning. And then he just looked so sad and just heartbroken. Like it was just this simple little request after dinner, and it was just so harsh, and it was heartbreaking. Like I have my own kid, and I would never, it broke my heart. I just thought, what a jerk.
But
Well, think about that the next time they lose a game.
Yeah.
Then.
I know you guys are joking, but growing up, my dad was my softball coach forever, and when we were in elementary school, we only got ice cream when we won.
Not my parents. You always got ice cream.
But that was understood going into it. Like if we win, we get ice cream. If we don't, we go home.
Oh, wow.
That's harsh for a kid, I think. I just think it's ice cream. It's not what are we teaching? I want to teach my kids that there's more than just what the final score is in a basketball game. That's
Well, did you ask him what his philosophy was with the no ice cream thing?
No, I didn't. But his son was right there, and he just looked so sad. And I didn't want to make a thing of it in front of his kid.
Right, because that's
get into a whole big conversation.
Yeah. She's like, I'll buy him some ice cream.
Yeah.
And we were done then. Dinner was over. I just wanted to leave then.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it seems like you could at least have told him, hey, our parenting theories don't match up.
They don't. Our parenting skills are very different, but I just didn't want to make a thing of it in front of his son.
Well, he is on the phone listening right now and wants to talk to you.
He's where?
I don't know. I'm somewhere, but he's on the phone. I don't know where he's physically sitting, if that was your question, but he is on the other line and wants to talk to you.
I hope you're joking.
Hi, Rebecca.
Nope, not joking. That's Robert.
Oh.
If you had a problem, this is the problem, you should have told me about it. You should have brought it up to me. My son knows the rules at home. When you win, you get ice cream. You don't win, nothing.
Well, I think it was pretty clear if you were listening to my whole call that I feel differently about winning versus losing and rewards and something as simple as ice cream. You did see your son's face, right? You broke his heart. It was the saddest thing to see his face like that. He's 6 years old.
He wasn't running hard enough. He could have run faster. They lost. I have to be tough on my son. I'm trying to prepare my son for adulthood. You have to work hard. You have to win.
Yeah, when he's the next CEO of some major company and he writes a book called Ice Cream is for Winners, you'll see.
Robert, what is the purpose of doing the ice cream only for winning?
Give him motivation so he can work harder. I teach him to play hard, to be a winner, to give it his all, not to have it on the basketball court.
Whoa.
If you have a different parenting style, that's probably quite obvious in the way that you were brought up, in the way you're raising your kid, maybe. I don't know.
So you're judging me right now? That's what's happening. You're judging me because I would give my kid ice cream in this situation.
Absolutely.
Whoa.
I believe that ice cream is for winners. I believe that wholeheartedly.
Okay.
And if you don't agree with that, then maybe you're the one that's not being a good parent.
Whoa! Dude, shots fired.
All I can say is that this basketball was more than half the size of your child. You think he needs to run faster? He's 6 years old.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't understand this food for winning thing. You brought me some plain dry popcorn. You didn't put butter or salt on this popcorn, and I still gave you a kiss. So how about that, Robert?
I'll tell you why you gave me a kiss. It's because I'm a winner, Rebecca.
Oh, my God. Rebecca, I am so sorry for defending this guy for moments before we actually talk to him.
Yeah, if you have to identify yourself as a winner, that is the most loser thing you could possibly say.
Yeah, that is truth.
Well, in that case, would you like to go on a second date with Robert, Rebecca? We will pay for
Oh,
it.
my God.
No.
No. You sure you don't want to think about it some more?
Definitely still no.
He's a
Even
winner.
more no than it was that first night.
Dude, and Robert, lighten up on your 6-year-old, man. That's intense.
My son is going to thank me in about 20 years from now when he's making 7-figure salary, thanking that his dear old dad pushed him harder on the basketball court to run that little bit more than the other kids. You know, you have to be tough in this world. And if you guys there in the recording studio don't agree with that, then I sincerely suggest you look at your own lives and how you were brought up and how you're raising your own children.
Oh my God.
Whoa. Yeah. I'm sure he's going to be thanking you, or his therapist is, for all the money he's going to have to pay.
And Rebecca, I see the future, and it will be your child washing my son's car.
Dude, rude.
You're crazy. You're like a crazy human. Like, of course you are. You called the radio to try to deal with this. You couldn't even read my social signs on the ride home that you were treating your kid like he is a CEO. He's 6. It was a big deal. He got his shorts to stay up for the whole game. Come on.
Good point.
I don't really have anything else to say. I think I said it all.
Yeah, I think we are. Rebecca said she doesn't want to go out with you again, so you do not get a second date, Robert.
Loser.
You say loser, I say winner. And all you guys can go to hell.
All right. Well, you don't get a second date, so I'm guessing no ice cream after this whole phone call for you, Robert. But keep winning.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Lots of texts in at 78592 saying, he's right. Ice cream is for winners. These stupid millennials and their participation trophies.
God,
Talking about today's
fired up.
second date update. Yeah, they are very fired up on the text message board. It's also very very split. A lot of different parenting techniques out there. Definitely. If you missed the second date update, this dude Robert wanted to call Rebecca. He's a single father. She's a single mother. He scheduled a date, but he forgot that he had to take his son to his basketball game that night. And she was like, well, I'll just come with you. Mm-hmm. So they went. He actually got a kiss at halftime, but she stopped calling him back. And the reason was because after they went to the game, they went out to dinner, and his son wanted ice cream, and he just said, sorry, ice cream is for winners.
Yeah.
Which is a quote that will now go down in second date history.
Totally.
And she said she didn't like the fact that he wouldn't get his son ice cream because he didn't win the game, so she didn't want to go out with him again. But yeah, it's very split on the text message board. Some people are saying I agree, ice cream is for winners. Yeah. And getting everybody ice cream is what creates snowflakes these days. Run to your safe space. And then other people everybody should get ice cream.
I was with him. You could say no to your kid for ice cream. That's no big deal. But then he started attacking her parenting style and calling her a bad mom. I'm like, okay, You're the jerk at the sideline of the kids' game who's yelling at the coach and is way too aggressive yourself.
And then he attacked all of us and how our parents were. And I'm like, dude, my dad tried to fight refs at every single game.
Yeah. Look how I turned out.
We should be friends.
I actually almost broke a guy's nose at a game once because I was angry at my dad yelling at me, so I hit the guy in the face so I could get kicked out of the game so I didn't have to hear it anymore.
Look that's not a snowflake. That's just real solid parenting.
Look at where I went to. Very dark places in my life. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show. We will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5.
If you're a regular listener to the show, you're probably familiar with the second date updates.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you should be.
Do them a lot.
Yeah. Where we try to help people figure out why they're getting ghosted after a date and then also try and get them another chance.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sure a lot of people might hear us doing that kind of selfless work and they'll call us heroes.
Oh, I don't know that they've ever done that.
Well, if not heroes, maybe love gurus.
No.
Patron saints of one-night stands?
Closer.
Whatever you call us, our job really isn't complete unless the couples we connected actually make it the distance.
Really?
Yeah,
You think so?
that's our goal.
Yeah,
I mean, it doesn't feel that great to get like one more date out of them, but if we're able to like actually help them build a relationship, that feels good.
Change a life.
It is pretty amazing.
That's why occasionally we like to check back in with our listeners and see where they're at with a second date update.
Oh, I love these.
Dude, and people love these. They request them all the time.
I just can't wait till we get like a baby announcement. That's what I'm waiting for next.
Yeah, they name it Brooke or Jose.
Yeah. So, that's what we're going to do today. We're going to check in with one couple who was on with us a few weeks ago, and they had one of the craziest first date experiences we've ever heard on the show. But we're going to play their original second date call first, and then we'll speak to them and find out how things are going immediately afterwards. It's coming up in your second date update right now.
Moving 92.5. Second date update.
We got an email from a guy named Logan for a second date update, and he says his first date was a murder mystery dinner.
Ooh, I've heard about those.
But then he says things didn't go so well.
Okay.
So obviously when he says things didn't go well, it must mean she was murdered.
No, dude.
It's pretend, Jeffrey.
Or perhaps just maybe she was the murderer.
The audience gasping is not helping our cause right now.
I don't know. I think I'm murdering this intro right now.
You are killing it, but I don't know if that's in a good way or
It
not.
makes all of you accomplices to murder.
Yes!
You would be the worst villain ever.
Dude, will you stop? I'm going to lose my breath here, okay? Let's keep going.
All right, let's continue and talk to Logan. Logan, before we begin the second date investigation,
Oh, that's what it is.
just tell me, is there blood on your hands?
Oh.
Come on.
Almost.
Murder!
Yes!
Tell us about the girl you want us to call today. What's her name?
Her name's Sabrina.
So I want to know, how did you guys end up at a murder mystery party?
So we have some mutual friends. They knew we were both single. They set us up.
Okay.
And this was right around the time my friends and I, once a year, we do this big murder mystery.
Wow.
There's like 20-something people. We get it catered. We rent this big old house. We decorate it.
So Logan and his friends are rich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're all chipping in. You know, there's an open bar. And
Yeah, rich.
Open bar.
Jeez.
I want to get in with your dorky friends, Logan.
So how did the murder mystery dinner date go?
not so great.
Okay.
So there was mutual friends at this thing. So I thought, you know, she wouldn't be completely by herself in a group of people.
Yeah.
And the whole thing was 1940s themed. So when she showed up, I mean, she looked spectacular. Like, she went all out. She really got into it. Like, the hair, the makeup, the outfit, and, like, she looked gorgeous.
Dude, and it's awesome that she went all in, right?
Character.
Yeah, I thought that's a really good sign, right?
And a good sign that she knew other people there. Because it would be pretty intimidating if you didn't know anyone, but...
Yeah, exactly. I was trying to be, like, you know, thoughtful about that.
Okay, so why do you say things didn't go well?
So I don't know if you guys have been to one of these before. You get a packet, and it's got, like, information about your character, because you're, like, pretending to be somebody. She and I were joking about, like, oh, come on, what does your packet say? You know, like, jokes. It was fun.
Yeah, and then, like, sometimes you'll have an accent, or you'll, you know, like, you're supposed to get fully into character.
Oh, so you're, like, acting.
Oh, man, it sounds hard.
This is fun.
It is a little hard.
You have to, like, read a whole thing and then
And you have to
become
remember
a character.
You have to remember all the facts about yourself, like where you're from, who you're associated with, who you know, who you don't know.
So, you know, it's sort of like live-action Clue.
Yeah.
And so she was getting really into it, which was fun. We were having a really good time. And then suddenly the lights go off.
Oh, was that planned?
Someone didn't pay the electric bill, obviously.
Is it part of the show, or what
No,
happened?
it was definitely part of the show.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
good.
then they're out for a few seconds, then they come back on, and she's gone. And my first thought is, she ditched me.
Oh, what?
I was like, yeah, and I was like, oh, this can't be happening. But then we all hear a scream from upstairs, and we run into the bedroom, and there she is, dead.
Oh, no! She was the first one to kick the bucket in the game.
This is fun,
Yeah.
though.
My friends who were in charge of putting out the packets, I don't know what they were thinking. They gave her the first victim card.
Oh.
You know, I felt really bad, obviously, because I wanted to have fun solving the mystery with her. And,
Right.
like, that was like the whole purpose of this date.
And now, honestly, you can't even really hang out with her.
You can't just, like, hang with the body while everyone's around and just whisper, like,
Well,
"Hey, so-"
I kind of did. I was in there, and then, like,
other guests were coming in and they were like drinking and like eating hors d'oeuvres like
Around her?
around her. And like she was there for like an hour and a half.
Oh my God.
I know.
Wow.
And at first I was thinking, it's like, oh, she's such a good sport.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, an hour and a half later, people found clues. They solved the crime. We all go back downstairs to like, okay, we solved it. Now let's just have a good time. And she was like, I gotta go.
Oh, dude.
And I was like, I'm so sorry. This is not how I wanted to go. And I said, I'll go too. We can go get a drink, just the two of us. And she said, no, I had a good time. Don't worry. But when somebody says that and you know they're not telling the truth?
Yeah.
Right.
Totally.
Yeah, I had a great time laying on the floor for 2 hours. Can't wait to do it again.
I mean, I would be pissed at your friends if I was you.
Yeah.
Oh, I am. But they said, it's a luck of the draw. But I don't know what to do. I feel like they could have, they knew the situation.
Yeah. You could redraw.
I feel like we can resuscitate this date.
Get it? Get what I did there? Yeah.
No, but really, it isn't your fault. You didn't do anything bad, it sounds like, and she should give you another shot.
I would like that. I would like your help.
So have you spoken to her since your date?
No, nothing.
How long has it been?
It's been a couple of weeks.
Okay. Well, my friends, it seems we have a mystery afoot. Who murdered Miss Sabrina?
Oh my God.
What was the motive? And why would she ditch Sir Logan without a proper shagging in the conservatory?
Why do I feel like I suddenly need to scream?
We'll get to the bottom of these questions and more after we play a song.
Okay.
Come back.
Thank you.
And call Sabrina and try and get you your second date update. All right, Sir Logan?
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Okay, hold on. Your date dying in the first 15 minutes of the night.
Yeah. It's not good.
I'm laughing, but you'll see why.
We don't hear that a lot on these second date updates.
Never was.
But
Hopefully never again either.
Yeah.
that's what happened to Logan. He showed up for dinner with a girl named Sabrina, and within minutes, she was dead.
Come on, don't say it like that. Tell them the truth.
Okay, I should probably clarify. This was a murder mystery dinner, and her character was randomly chosen to be the first victim of the night.
There it is.
So she was, quote, murdered and had to lay on the floor for the next hour and a half until the game was over. So Logan feels terrible about how that played out, and he wants a second chance at a real date.
Yeah.
So, Logan, I don't know why this is running through my mind, but were you more attracted to her when she was alive or dead?
What? Why would that be the question?
Definitely when she was alive.
Okay, good.
Everyone has
Good.
their weird kinks, so I don't know.
I mean, I never asked, were you able to have any conversation with her when she was a corpse?
Yeah, I mean, we did, but as the hour or so went on, kind of stopped wanting to talk.
Okay.
Understandably.
She became more corpse-like as the time went on.
She's like, just
She's really in character. It's really admirable.
I think she's getting more and more angry.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Well, hopefully she's cooled off and that she's ready to, I don't know,
Cool
talk.
off like a dead body, bro.
Talk to us.
Yeah, I sure hope so. I'm hoping that you guys can work your magic.
All right. We're going to dial the phone number right now and try and resurrect your second date update, okay?
All right. Sounds good, guys.
All right. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Sabrina, please?
This is she.
Hi, Sabrina. My name's Young Jeffrey, and I work for the morning radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning. You have a moment to talk with me?
Can you tell me, what this is about?
Well, we do a segment on the show about true crime murders, and we heard that you were recently killed.
What?
Oh my gosh. Why did we let him ask the question?
Is that true? Were you killed recently?
Wait, what is happening?
Yeah, most dead bodies we call are usually confused. I see what you're talking about now, Jeffrey.
Yeah.
I'm glad this dead one answered.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Sabrina.
Okay. What we're really doing is something called a second date update. That's where if you go out with someone and afterwards they're not calling you back, you can reach out to us and we'll call the person for you to try and figure out the reason why.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So to tie it back in with the killing and the murdering, you recently went out with a guy named Logan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a weird answer.
Yeah. We heard about the murder mystery party.
Yeah.
Makes sense now.
Right. So Logan feels a little bit bad about how that all went down.
Dude, he feels so bad that you got killed in the first 15 minutes of the party. That was terrible.
Yeah, it wasn't good. It was a pretty big bummer.
Yeah. If it makes you feel any better, I hear that you make a lovely corpse. But
that's like an insult, I think.
It's not, though, because for real, your patience to lay there and just continue to play along for an hour and a half, I applaud.
Well, I didn't want to screw up their game, so I was just following the rules, going by the packet.
That's nice of you.
Yeah.
But it did screw up your date a little bit.
Yeah. It was a little weird.
But why didn't you want to hang out with him after the game was over? I mean, I realize that you may have been a little angry laying on the floor for an hour and a half, but...
It just didn't feel like it was gonna work out. See, I kind of... I have some good information, but I know that I was meant to die at that party. They didn't want me to hang out with Logan. No one wanted me... Someone didn't want me to get to know him.
What? You're saying that someone killed you on purpose?
Yeah.
Why? Logan said that it was chosen at random.
I mean, sure, but no, it wasn't.
I feel like we have our own personal murder mystery
No,
now.
the mystery
Who
deepens.
did it?
Who really killed her?
Oh.
Or who killed her chances?
Why do you think that?
So, I don't know how much y'all know, but I had some friends at the party already. And so, at the end of the night, I talked to them and to see what was up. And Logan, he was in this long-term relationship for a while, and his ex did not want me there when she found out I was coming with him. And he wasn't there, but she got the host to kill me off.
Oh, my God.
What?
She put a fake hit on you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Are you sure? So his ex-girlfriend told the host to kill you off early to ruin his date.
Yeah.
That is diabolical, man. But still, that's not his fault. I mean, that's the crazy ex's fault, right?
He doesn't even know that.
Yeah, but still, that's pretty crazy to do that to your exes, someone that they're just hanging out with. You're just going to put me on ice for an hour and a half. I don't know. It's another level of petty that I am not prepared to deal with.
Wow.
Man, I'm wondering how Logan feels. I'm sure he didn't know any of this.
Oh, he's going to be pissed.
Because, Sabrina, we didn't tell you, but Logan's been on the other line listening, and he wants to talk to you.
Are you serious?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Logan?
God, I had no idea that she did that. I am so sorry.
Yeah, I mean, but she did, and it really wasn't cool. I'm just letting you know.
And I agree with you. That was not cool. She is not happy that I broke up with her. I'm the one who ended the relationship. She is trying to get back at me. I am so sorry.
I mean, you're saying get back at you, but I think she still wants to get with you.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Sounds like that.
She can think whatever she wants. It is not happening.
So you're for sure over her, Logan?
Oh, my God, yes. Yeah. This is just one of many things on a long list of reasons why we are not together. And I was hoping to, meet somebody who is a good person and doesn't try to ruin people's lives.
I mean, that makes me nervous. What else is she capable of? I mean, you probably don't know this, but she found my Instagram and she liked all of my photos on it. That's another level of unhinged.
Wow.
Maybe you take really good Instagram photos, though, and she's just a fan.
Oh my God, I'm actually more freaked out about the Instagram likes than I am about her killing you at a party. Isn't that weird?
I thought that was innocent, but finding her personal pages?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And it's pretty sadistic.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what to say to that. You're right. She is not well, but she's not going to, actually try to kill you.
Okay, well, you say that, but she's literally already killed me.
Fair point. Fair point.
Man. I mean, the only thing is Logan actually sounds like a really nice guy. And, people have some crazy exes. I mean, if anything, it proves that he's very lovable.
Does it?
I don't know.
I think so. I agree. I agree with that,
His ex
Brooke.
really likes him.
I'm sketchy.
I mean, yeah, if his ex is willing to go through this much of a project just to, sabotage him, it must mean that he's really, really great.
Yeah, I guess I never thought of that.
Well, with that in mind, I would love to send you guys out on another date. We'll pay for it. I mean, if you don't say yes, then his ex is probably just going to wear your skin and go out with him anyway, so.
The ex is a bit of a turnoff, but I know he didn't know anything that she was doing, and I know that he feels really bad about it.
He was clueless.
So wait, what? What's your answer?
Okay, so is that a yes or a no?
I mean, as long as I am not coming back to my apartment with a dagger in the door with a note saying, "Don't date Logan." But maybe we should give it another chance.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Congratulations, Logan. You got a second date.
Thank you, guys. Sabrina, thank you so much for agreeing to that.
Yeah, sure, Logan. Let's just make sure that wherever we go next, it's safe.
Yeah, bodyguard.
No
Yeah,
problem.
that's not a bad idea.
Maybe hire one.
Yeah, it'll be safe. We can go to my house and do the one-on-one murder mystery.
Oh my God.
Is that pretty easy to figure out who the killer is if there's only two of you?
Well, I think it sounds good. There's going to be a stabbing going on a little later.
Oh, all right.
Lucky you, Sabrina.
Moving 92.5.
A lot of times after a second date update, we'll send out emails asking couples if they have any news on their situation.
Yeah, for sure.
But this time, they reached out to us.
Oh, they did?
Saying they had an update that they wanted to share. So they're back again. Dude. Sabrina and Logan. Welcome back, you guys.
Wow.
Hi.
Hey, guys.
People don't want to come back.
I know.
that. I mean, that has to mean something positive is happening in your life, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So what's happened since we spoke to you? Did you guys go out again?
Yeah, we did. We gave it another shot. We went out again, but we had like a issue trying to go on our first date.
Why?
What do you mean?
So we were driving to a restaurant, and his ex-girlfriend was essentially like tailing us, like following us.
Dude,
No
she
way.
was crazy.
She turned into like a legit stalker?
Yeah, like I could see her car in the rearview mirror as we were driving. And
Oh, my God.
so we tried to get rid of her, got out of the car, walked a bit, got an Uber, took that someplace random,
Shut up.
got another Uber, and then took that to the restaurant where we had the reservation.
Oh, my God.
To an undisclosed location in the desert.
And she still showed up.
Yeah, she was your server.
That would have been funny. But no, we fully lost her and had an amazing time.
Wow.
Oh
And
my
it only took you
gosh.
4 hours to get back to your car at the end of the night. Well, it sounds like you guys have chemistry right now. Does that mean you're a thing? Are you dating? Are you official?
Are you hiding in a bomb shelter?
Not quite, but yeah, we've been dating.
Yeah.
It's been weird, I mean, with like his ex-girlfriend, but it's kind of been exciting, honestly, to like have to sneak around a little bit, make plans. Like you never know what she's going to try next.
You feel like you're cheating on each other.
Honestly,
You're into this?
it's kind of
Yeah,
fun. It's exciting. I don't know. It's like,
Yeah.
No, I agree. It's added a level of excitement.
Yeah. I mean,
It's like an excuse to role play. Is that what you're doing?
Well-
Exactly. I've never had to dress
I
up.
mean, fear is somewhat of an aphrodisiac, so
Oh, my
I can
God.
see how it would work for you guys. Congratulations, I guess.
Yeah, I hope you guys invite her to the wedding and have to dodge her somehow
Yeah.
then too.
we'll be careful.
Okay.
Well, thanks for the update, you guys. Keep letting us know. If we don't hear from you in the next few weeks, we're going to get worried.
For real.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Sometimes surprises can be a good thing on a first date, like surprise flowers, surprise thumb,
What the
surprise no pants.
That's not
Those
it.
are good surprises on a first date, you know?
Thinking about the thumb.
I'm
And-
onto the pants.
Michael, who is on the phone for a second date update today, he planned a surprise for his first date, but he thinks that's the reason he's not getting a call back. In his email, he said he thinks his surprise backfired. So I don't even know what his surprise was yet. Probably wasn't a thumb because he'd be getting a call back. So, Michael, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Not too bad. Before we find out what your surprise was and why you think it backfired on you, what's the name of the girl you want to call today?
Her name's Veronica.
Veronica. All right. And how did you meet Veronica?
I met her on a blind date.
Okay, so you planned a surprise for a blind date. Isn't the blind date in and of itself already a surprise?
It was, but my friend had told me that she likes cats, and I have 4 of them, so I figured,
Whoa.
why not bring them along
All of them?
They're bringing you 4 cats along on the date?
Well, why not? She said they like cats, so I'm like, okay, she likes cats.
Hold up. How do you even do that? Do you put them on leashes? What are the logistics of bringing 4 cats on a date?
Throw them in a duffel bag?
Well, I put them in their cages and then brought them in the car and then open up the cages and I kind of let them roam free. I mean, they're pretty well.
What was her reaction to all this?
Oh, I mean, she was happy. I guess she was happy. She's like, "Oh, you have your cats here," and I'm like, "Yeah, you like cats?" She's like, "Yeah." So, I assumed everything was good.
So she wasn't. She didn't. She wasn't confused by the fact that you picked her up with a bunch of cats in your car. She liked it.
Well, she was surprised by that, but I think it was a good surprise until everything backfired.
How did it backfire?
Well, Herbie got sick. I mean, he's got hairballs. I mean, this just happens. He's always hawking things. So Herbie just had a little accident, as Herbie does. And yeah, I mean, when you're driving and a cat has an accident in the back seat, you really can't fix it up exactly at that moment. So,
oh my gosh,
it was kind of smelly, but I opened the windows.
That is so gross.
Okay, so now you're on your blind date. You showed up with surprise cats, and one of the cats puked in the back seat, so you're driving around, and the car now smells like cat puke.
Yep, something like that, but I opened the windows, like I said.
Did she ask to go home right then?
No, not at that point. She didn't ask to go home, but we kept on going while Herbie was, violently sick in the back seat.
Okay,
What did you do? Just leave a puking cat in your back seat while you went inside and ate?
It's in a cage, Brooke.
Oh, no. The good news is he stopped puking by the time we got to the restaurant. So once we, got out of the car, I rolled down the windows a little bit, gave them some air, and they were having a good time.
Okay. So how was dinner then?
Dinner was good. She was a little standoffish. I mean, she seemed to, kind of be genuinely concerned about the cats.
Okay. That seems like a good sign that she was generally concerned about the cats, because I'm not going to lie, if I was in her position, I probably would have been done with the cats and you at that point.
Oh.
Well, the cats, they're number one in my life. So her concern was great, but by the 6 or 7 times she was mentioning them, so we kind of sped through dinner a little quickly, and we made our way back outside because she wanted to make sure that the cats were okay.
Okay.
So by the time we got to the car and everything, I looked inside. They were okay. They were wagging their tails. Herbie was sleeping. He had a little bit of spittle still on his mouth, but he was okay.
Okay.
Oh, gross.
I opened the door to let her in, and she's just like, no, the smell is too bad for me, and I'm just going to have to call an Uber. And I was just like, why? And then she's like, no, it's just, I got to go. And then she just walked away, and that's the last I really saw of her.
Yeah, that's not a
The
good
last
sign.
thing you saw was just her getting in an Uber and leaving.
Yeah, that was the last thing I saw, and Herbie was really sad. I mean, I looked over at him, and he seemed sadder than usual.
Well, he should be. He ruined your date,
Well, Herbie didn't ruin my date. I mean, it's not his fault. I don't want to blame him.
Okay, yeah, he might be listening. I don't want to hurt his feelings. Have you tried texting her since? Have you tried to talk to her?
I did. I sent her a few text messages, used a lot of cat emojis.
Oh, no.
But she didn't respond or anything. She didn't even ask how Herbie was doing.
Okay, I'm going to tell you.
Wow.
Rude.
You need to slow down on the cat stuff. I mean, just for your own dating life.
Yeah, you kind of took something and ran with it.
You sound really kind, really sweet, and I bet you have great conversation. I mean, she's not calling you back because of the cats, right? We understand that.
Well, you don't know that for a fact, and I believe in my heart those are the ones that are meant to be with me. I'm supposed to be paired with them.
Aww.
So I need somebody in my life who understands my cats.
Okay, well, we'll find out if she understands your cats. Because we'll play a song, we'll come back, and we'll call her and get your second date update, okay?
Okay.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
This is normally the time I try to think of something crazy to make up about the first date that a couple went on, but today I don't really need to because the first date was weird enough. I don't have to be weird about it, which is nice. If you're just joining us for today's second date update, Michael is on the phone and he wants to call a girl named Veronica. He was set up on a blind date. He showed up to pick her up, and he brought along his cats because he heard that she liked cats. So he brought 4 of his cats in the car.
4.
And I guess at first that was okay, but then one of his cats started puking everywhere on the way to dinner, and the car smelled so bad that she said she was just going to grab an Uber, and she left, and he hasn't heard from her since. All right, Michael, are you ready to give her a call and find out if it was the cats that ruined the date?
Yeah, but you know what? I was thinking it really was kind of my fault.
Uh-huh.
I forgot to give Herbie his travel medicine.
Oh.
And I was actually thinking it over from the last time, and I was like, if I had just given him the travel medicine, it's just, I wouldn't even be reaching out to you guys right now. I'd probably be on a second date with her right now.
Probably, yeah.
So the regret isn't the surprise cats, it's the lack of medication for Herbie. Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lesson learned: the next time you take your cats along on a first date, make sure they're properly medicated.
No, just don't bring the cats.
Okay.
That's exactly what we should be learning.
Yeah, I know. I love my kitties, but I'll keep that in mind for next time.
Well, yeah, you should. You should always remember that. All right. Well, I'm going to dial her phone number right now. You ready?
Oh, sure.
Okay. Here we go.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Veronica?
this is she.
Hey, Veronica, how are you? This is Jubal from the radio show Brook and Jubal in the morning.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Hi, Veronica.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm a little confused why you're calling.
Okay, well, let me clear that up for you. We do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back after, they can email us to get you on the phone and find out what happened.
Okay.
Okay, and we got an email from a guy named Michael.
Michael.
Mm-hmm.
You
And
have
he told
to.
us all about your date.
Very memorable.
The cat guy?
Yep. He told us about your date. He said that he brought along his cats, and it was unfortunate because one of them got sick and just it made the whole thing kind of disgusting. And he also said that you're not getting back to him, and he would love to see you again. So we're on the phone asking you if it was the cats that ruined your date.
I mean, the cat thing was strange. I don't know what to tell you guys. I don't know how much you know.
I'll tell you what he told us. He said that it was like a blind date, and he heard that you liked cats, so he thought he would bring along 4 of his cats. And then on the way there, one of them got sick, and you guys went to dinner and then came out to the car, and the car stunk really badly, so you decided to just leave in an Uber.
Oh, you know more than I thought you might.
Yeah, I mean, normally people probably wouldn't own up to taking their cats along on a first date, but he did, so.
Very honest.
Yeah, he told us pretty much everything.
Honestly, we told him, like, I thought it was shocking that you even made it to dinner.
You know, I thought it was a sweet gesture.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a first date. It was a blind date, so it's not like I'm going to show up to this random guy's apartment. And, you know, he obviously wanted to share a part of who he was.
And he's part cat.
So what was your first thought when you got into the car and there was 4 cats in there?
Well, I mean, I can't say I wasn't a little bit surprised. I mean, it's not every day you get into a cat car.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to be honest, they were pretty well behaved at first. I mean, the puking thing, that was definitely uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I don't really know what to say. I don't want to sound mean. He's just a different kind of guy.
Right.
He's half man, half cat.
Yeah.
Of course, he's going to be a little different.
Yeah, you have no idea.
Okay.
It didn't really stop with him just bringing his cats alone.
Oh, no.
For starters, he was super excited to play his ringtone for me, which was the theme song to Disney's Aristocats.
It is a catchy tune, though.
That's cute.
Everybody wants to be a cat.
That's the one.
Well, okay, so he has that as his ringtone. Makes sense. Makes sense talking about him, for sure.
It was just a little awkward sitting in the restaurant with him playing this song and singing along at volume. It was embarrassing, to say the least.
I feel like that's got to be the least shocking thing, though. I mean, if a guy shows up with 4 random cats in his car, you're going to expect him to be really into cats.
Yeah.
Well, yes, he's into cats. He's super into his cats in particular. But things got worse over dinner. He started like trying to groom himself like a cat.
Shut up.
No.
Was he
Like
joking?
how? Like
As a joke?
I don't know if it was a joke, but he would lick the back of his hand and like rub it on his brow and his temples, like over and over.
that had to be a joke. He must have been
Weird.
joking around
No
with
one
you.
does that.
I don't know. I mean, like while I was speaking, he'd just be doing this and staring intently in my eyes. And, you know, like a hair would fall out of place on his forehead, and he'd swipe it back with the back of his hand.
That is weird.
Yeah.
That's
I
not
feel like it was. It sounds like something somebody would do as a joke. But also, we talked to him, and I don't think he would do that as a joke. But I need to find out. Hey, Veronica, guess what? Michael's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
What?
Yeah, but also I want to talk to him because I have to find out if that was for real or not. Michael, are you
Oh
there?
my gosh.
Yeah, I'm right here.
Oh, my God.
Michael, did you hear everything she said?
Yeah, I heard all of it, yeah.
You want to address any of it?
Well, for starters, everybody likes that ringtone. You know, after hearing her words, it sounds like, you know, everybody wants to be a meanie. I don't know. It just doesn't sound particularly nice.
No, Michael, it's not that I didn't like it. I'm not trying to be mean. I just found it a little strange.
Well, what song do you want me to play on my ringtone? I can change. I can change my ringtone.
Sweet man.
Michael, calm down. I don't want you to change, okay? I think it's great that you're your own person. I don't think anybody should change for anybody.
Right.
Well, the only reason I'm showing you all this stuff is because people told me that you like cats. So I figured you like cats. I bring the cats along. I have my cat ringtone. You know, I mean, I thought you were a cat person.
I mean, I do like cats. I just got to be 100% honest, Michael. When I picture myself going out with someone, I just don't picture that person having 4 cats.
Well, you know, you're happy to know that I don't have 4 cats. I have 6 cats. I only brought 4 of them with me because the other 2 don't like traveling in the car.
Yeah, I don't think that's what she wanted to hear.
That is beyond liking. That's obsession. You are obsessed with cats, Michael.
Well, I mean, I knew a lady that had 20 cats. I mean, I've got 6, so I don't feel as though I'm that obsessed at all. I feel as though I'm kind of pet friendly.
Okay, well, what about cleaning yourself like a cat?
Yeah, Michael, that part was kind of odd. Yeah. You're the only one in the restaurant licking your hands and stroking your hair and your head.
So gross.
I'm sorry. I mean, honestly, I didn't even know that I did that. I mean, I'm around my cats so much, I just kind of pick up their habits after a while.
Okay, so you don't realize that you're doing it.
I mean, did I do it a lot? I mean, how many times did I do it? I know I did it.
I lost count, Michael. It was just a steady stream of just hand licking and rubbing.
Oh.
Well, it was getting awfully hot in that restaurant, so I mean, I had to cool myself down somehow.
Yeah, exactly. Cats get hot too.
Oh man, Michael, I just wasn't comfortable with it, and I got to be honest. I think most women would probably think the grooming thing was too much.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry if you didn't like it. I mean, you know, my cats mean a lot to me, you know, and you know they're a part of me, and I'm a part of them, and you know, I thought you liked cats, and you know, I apologize.
Well, Veronica, would you like to go out with Michael again on a second date? We will pay for it.
You still haven't met Blinky and Perfect. I mean, you haven't met them yet. You might change your mind. They always are at the house.
Yeah, maybe if you meet the other cats, it might be better.
I really appreciate it, but I'm just going to have to say no on this one. I just don't think I'm the best match for you.
You're a dog person, aren't you?
Oh my gosh, that was
Maybe
kind of
that's
like an
it.
insult. That was an insult, wasn't it, Michael?
He's mad.
I'm sorry I lashed out like that. I didn't mean to, you know, insult you. And whenever people come at me, my claws come out.
Okay, there it goes again.
He's not declawed.
Michael,
The life of a cat.
I think you need to maybe, you know what, there might be some kind of cat dating website out there for you, you know, where you can find someone who's just as into cats as you are.
No, I went on those websites. Those people are weird.
All right, well,
Shoot it
Good luck to you then, man.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 says, I've never been happier to be a dog person. It makes sense. If you missed today's second date update, this dude Michael wanted to call Veronica, and he found out that she was a cat lover. It was a blind date, and he thought it'd be a good idea to bring his 4 cats along on the date in his car with them. And one of the cats ended up getting sick and then throwing up all over the place. Well, when we called Veronica, she told us that Michael's obsession with cats was worse than we thought because he actually had the Aristocats theme song as his ringtone, and he would groom himself during the date.
Without
he would,
even
lick his hands and then mess with his hair, like he was cleaning himself like a cat, and he didn't know he was doing that. He says that he's been around cats so much because he has 6 of them that maybe he's just picked up a bad habit or something. In the end, Veronica said that she's not into cats the same way he is.
Yeah, I don't think anybody is.
We didn't ask the most important question. Which friend of hers set her up on that date?
Oh,
That's true, too.
It was a blind date, and that's man.
Not a good friend.
The friendship should be over.
Wow. Yeah, that's what you think I should be dating?
Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Move at 92.5.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Not many people know this, but one of my biggest regrets in life was that I didn't do theater.
Really?
Like when I was in high school and stuff, yeah.
I feel like you would just bully theater kids.
Well, I would have a little bit, but everybody also knows that theater girls are freaks.
What?
And I could have been getting lucky left and right in high school if I would have gotten into drama. But sadly, I didn't, so I'll never know that experience firsthand. It's always a regret of mine. If I ever do have a kid, I'll tell them get in theater so you can get lucky.
I did theater for 4 years, and I think your stereotype is off.
Speaking of theater freaks, we got one on the phone right now. Her name is Jenna, and she wants to do a second date update. What's up, Jenna, you animal?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Pretty good.
He's not really spot on with that, is he, Jenna?
No, we're just normal people doing normal things.
Right, Jenna, I read your email, and you hooked up with the dude that you want to call today after your first date, so...
Yeah, I think calling it a date is maybe a little strong, to be honest.
So you hooked up with a dude you weren't even going out on a date with. Case proved.
Wow.
Game, set, match, Jenna.
She a freak, bro.
I mean, theater people don't really date. Like, we don't have time. We kind of just, you meet people that you work with, and then you know, do things, and it goes somewhere, it doesn't.
Okay.
And
Okay, you're all about feeling and passion.
yeah, and drinking and sensuality.
And that is why I say I regret that I never went into drama. All right, Jenna, so tell us a little bit about the guy that you want to call today. What's his name?
His name is Brandon.
Brandon, and where did you meet Brandon?
We just got done doing a show together. He's an actor, and I'm an actor.
Okay.
And, you know, it's really kind of uncool. Like, you never want to hook up. It's bad news bears to, like, hook up with someone while you're doing the show. But then, you know, we've just been flirting all through rehearsal and performances. And he's hilarious. He's incredibly talented.
So wait,
which is really sexy.
Are you just saying that the rap party at the end of any run is your time to get it on with whoever you've been dreaming about the entire time you've been doing the play?
Yeah, it's that time where that, like, taboo, which not everybody follows against, like, you know, sleeping with someone that you've been working with, it's, like, over because you're not working together anymore.
So you can do it. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
So thank you for confirming
You were so right.
my dream.
Sorry.
Yes, I mean, there is a reason for that stereotype, I guess, but yeah.
Okay.
So how did everything go down with Brandon then?
It was good. I mean, we had all this tension build up through the show, and then at the party, we just, like, let it all hang out. We got super wasted. We made out, like, in front of everyone in a corner like we were in high school. I mean,
Nice.
It was embarrassing, but also, like, who cares?
Okay. And how drunk were you? Were you guys pretty hammered?
We were pretty hammered. I mean, I remember everything, but but yeah, we were drunk. We were drunk enough to be, you know, 30-year-olds making out at a party, which is pretty drunk and embarrassing.
Yeah. So did you go back to his place or he come to yours?
I went back to his place, but first he was like, let's grab food. And I'm like, no, let's just do it. And
I perform better on an empty stomach.
I don't want to sober up and start to think about this stuff.
I mean, but we were so, like, I was really, really hungry, and we were so hammered that we ended up going for fondue.
That seems like a really bad drunk food to me.
It was terrible. We were drunk and loud and covered in cheese and just having the best time, but everyone in that restaurant hated us.
Oh,
yeah.
It sounds like an awesome date, though.
Uh-huh.
It was. Like, it was so much fun. Like, I knew he was fun, but this was like some next level fun.
Right.
And so did you go straight to his place after the fondue?
Yeah, we went back to his place.
Okay, and can I ask details about that, or is that too...
I feel like you're pretty open. You should share something.
It's true. I guess I just, like, don't really know what I can say on the radio. Yeah, no, it was great.
You ended that one covered in cheese. Everybody was annoyed. Same situation as the fondue restaurant.
We just, like, had our cheese, greasy bodies, like, rubbing up against each other. No.
I mean, the most important part of all of it is what it was like the morning after.
I didn't really get to talk to him the morning after because I was late for my day job. So I didn't want to wake him up or anything because it was super early.
Yeah.
So I just had to sneak out, which I didn't worry about it too much.
Right.
And I just, like, sent him a text. I was like, hey, I had to go. But now I've been texting him. It's been like a week. And I'm used to seeing him every day because of the show. And he's just sent me, like, one-word answers to my questions. And I have no idea what happened.
Right. Because now you're missing a friend and you're missing out on someone that you sound like you really like.
I do like him. It was an incredible night. And I think I want to see him. Like, I would consider him relationship material, you know?
Wow. That's a big statement coming from a theater girl. We know how you guys look at relationships.
It is.
Yeah, she's like, you're
Not even
right.
arguing with it, yeah.
Absolutely. You're right again, Jubal.
I don't know. I feel like I made a mistake.
All right. Well, we'll find out for you. We'll play a song, come back, and then we'll call him and get your second date update, okay?
Okay.
All right, hang on.
92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Enter Jubal, stage right. Hey, Mr. Johnson. The grass is looking good today.
Oh my gosh.
You going to spend some time out there? Oh, I'm doing fine. What am I going to be doing today? Well, I'm glad you asked. Because today is a special day, Mr. Johnson.
It is?
We're going to find a date for Jenna. She's not getting a call back from Brandon. We're gonna call him and ask him why. Why would he go out and then blow her off? Cause that's not cool. You over there, you upstairs, you down the block. Are you excited? We're all excited for today's second date as we march down the street and we sing hip hooray.
Hip hooray!
Let's see if Jenna can get a call back and go out with Brandon one more time.
Yes! Second date the musical. I love it.
Thank you.
Jubal, great performance.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
I'm just happy to be part of the kick line in the back.
Yep. Well, it's not about me. It's about Jenna right now.
Yeah.
And the reason we opened up the second date update like that is because Jenna met the dude that she wants to call today in the theater. They actually performed together and ended up hooking up after the wrap party of their production. And now he's not getting back to her and she doesn't know why. Jenna, may I be in your next play, whatever it is?
I thought your performance was very interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's good.
Yeah. The reviews will be out soon. I'll let you know what the New York Times says. But as for you, are you ready to give Brandon a call and find out why he's not getting back to you after you guys hooked up?
Yeah, I guess I am.
Well, we'll get him on the phone right now. We'll dial his phone number and see if we can figure it out for you, okay?
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Hello.
Hi, I was looking for Brandon.
This is Brandon.
Hey, Brandon, how are you? This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the morning.
Hey, what's going on?
Not much. What's going on with you?
Just getting ready to head to work.
Do you have any idea who this is?
No, not one bit.
All right,
Okay.
cool. Well, it's Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
All right. Why are you guys calling me?
Well, because you recently went out on a date with one of our listeners, and she emailed us to see if we could get you on the phone and find out why you're blowing her off.
Someone emailed you that I went on a date with?
Yeah.
Call me?
Yeah. You recently hung out with a girl that you know very well. Her name is Jenna.
God.
What? I mean, she knows that date is a pretty loose term here.
I was going to say we were not out on a date.
Right. Okay. She told us
when you said you call on for people who have gone out. I haven't been out on a date for months. I've been doing this show.
Yeah. She told us that's where she met you. You guys are performing in the same play.
Yeah.
And she said that after you guys had finished everything and you were having the party for your closing night, she said that you guys made out at that party and then went and had some fondue and spilled cheese all over each other and then went back to your place. And I don't know. I don't want to even think about what was done there, but did some stuff there together as well.
Lactose intolerant.
Is that all true?
Yeah, no, I mean, it happened.
Wait, you sound kind of hesitant about it. Like, didn't you enjoy yourself?
I mean, we had a decent time, and we had kind of had this real flirty thing going on during the course of the performance or whatever, but, it was fun.
Okay.
All right.
This is
So
all
not-
positive.
Not good, not great, but fun.
Yeah, I mean, great is a whole nother level if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? But,
So was it just, maybe it was just a one-night stand for you and that's it.
I mean, honestly, I wasn't completely shut off from it at first. It didn't have to be a one-night stand. I wasn't like, oh, this is a one-night stand, definitely.
Okay, so it wasn't a one-night stand, definitely. Why is it a one-night stand now? What's so funny?
You have to tell us.
Yeah, we were pretty.
What happened? You have to tell me what happened.
I mean, so at one point we went back to my place and it kind of took a really strange turn, I'll be honest with you.
Wait, who made the turn to strange, you or her?
Well, I mean, if it was me that made the turn to strange, I don't think we'd be having this conversation.
Right, yeah. That's true. You probably would have just hung up on us and been like, not interested.
Yeah. So, no, I mean, it was totally, she made things so weird once we, actually kind of started fooling around and hooking up. And I was just like, I felt so uncomfortable. It was so strange.
Really?
What'd she do?
She, I really don't. It's so weird. I really don't think I should. I don't think I should tell you guys.
I think now you've gone too far, dude.
No,
you.
Can't be that weird.
Do you think
Look, she wanted to do the second date update, right? We talked to everybody. We're like, you have to be willing to hear whatever this person says. So, whatever is so hysterical to you, she's willing to hear it.
Oh God. Okay. All right. Fine.
Maybe she doesn't think it's weird. Maybe just you do.
I think you guys probably will too.
Really?
So we're hooking up and making out, and she kept insisting on calling me by my character's name from the play that we were in.
What?
It was so weird. It was so weird.
That's weird. Yeah. So she wanted to hook up with the character and not you.
Honestly, I didn't think about it that way, but that makes it a hell of a lot weirder.
Why? Why does it make it weirder?
Weird, though.
The character that I played was Tiny Tim.
What?
From Christmas Carol.
Tiny Tim from A Christmas Carol.
Stop
From the
it.
Christmas, yeah.
All right, that is weird.
Tim.
That's
And
weird.
She kept insisting on calling me Tiny Tim the whole time.
Can you?
Tiny Tim this, Tiny Tim kiss that.
Wow.
What did you say to her?
No.
I mean, I didn't say much, obviously. I kept going.
Oh, my God.
At least it could have been like Scrooge or something. I don't know. But not Tiny. I mean, nothing is good from that play, I don't think. But
No, And at a certain point, she dropped the Tim entirely, and she just started calling me Tiny.
Okay, that's
Tiny.
Okay, to her defense, is there any way she could have just been so still wrapped up in the play it's just the name that she used?
I honestly, I think that's a question you're going to have to ask her. I have no clue.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Why don't we do that then, Brandon?
You mean Tiny Tim?
Jenna, do you remember?
Whoa.
Oh, Brandon, Jenna is on the other line listening. And so
are you kidding me?
No, I'm not.
Oh my God.
Dude, it's way
Jenna?
more embarrassing for her.
Jenna, are you still on the phone?
Oh, Jenna.
I am.
Hi.
How many shades of red are you right now, Jenna?
About 1 million. Like a whole rainbow of red. I do not remember saying that, Brandon. I thought I remembered everything that happened that night, but apparently I was wrong.
How do you not remember that? You must have said it like 30 times in 45 minutes or so. Like, you don't remember this? That you wanted me to call you Mrs. Cratchit the whole time?
Tiny Tim and Mrs. Cratchit.
It was weird.
That is
like I have no idea what drunk me wanted to do. I thought it was funny, maybe drunk me thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
It wasn't funny. That was not funny at all.
Say anything about it. You didn't stop.
No, I didn't stop, but I laughed into the pillow a couple times.
Oh my God. But you could have I don't know, said, hey, you owe me a coffee, and then us have a conversation about it instead of just ghosting me. I thought, whatever, if you don't want to do that thing again, that's fine. But I thought
if you don't want to role play Tiny Tim and Miss Cratchit in the bedroom.
She has a very good point, Brandon.
I'm sorry. I'm a pretty honest person, and it just is what it is. We had a connection, and now we don't have a connection, I'll be honest. I don't feel that great about it.
Well, then you're obviously kind of a dead inside jerk. I mean, how can you just have a connection and then be nope, never happened. You either have a real connection or you don't, or you're dead inside, which you're obviously dead inside. So,
Brandon, I would love to ask if you will go on a second date with Jenna.
Wow.
We will pay for it.
Oh, God, I don't think I could sit at a table and look her in the eyes at this point.
Wow.
So that's a no?
Honestly, it was too weird for me, we were these characters in this play, and then we go back to my place, and all of a sudden it's Tiny Tim and Mrs. Cratchit hanging out in bed naked. It's too weird.
It's really weird.
But an interesting continuation to the whole thing.
No, it's...
All right, well, Jenna, I'm sorry you didn't get your second date.
yeah, I'm not sorry. And, obviously this jerk doesn't understand, what happens when you get wasted and have some fun.
Yeah, sometimes you get wasted and you hook up with Tiny Tim.
It's so gross, man.
Yeah.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 that says, despite the role that guy played, dudes don't want to be called tiny in the bedroom at all. If you didn't hear today's second date update, Jenna wanted to call a dude named Brandon. They actually were in a performance together, a theater show, and they hooked up after their last performance, after the rap party.
Yeah.
And the reason he wasn't calling her back was they got really drunk that night, and she doesn't really remember, but she demanded that while they were being intimate with each other, they go by their stage names.
Oh, man.
She was, hey, you know what? She is more of a method actor.
Sure.
And which makes it maybe worse.
She wanted him to call her Miss Cratchit, and she was calling him Tiny Tim the whole time. Which makes it even more disturbing because that's Tiny Tim's mom.
Yeah.
So, on a whole bunch of levels, it's weird.
Yeah.
Couldn't she have gone with Tim and imagine you when Tim's grown up even?
Adult Tim?
Adult
Yeah.
Tim?
Grown Tim?
I don't know.
Big
but anyway,
Tim?
it creeped him out too much, and he's not interested in going out with her again.
Yeah, I can see that.
Remember, if you want a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Move at 92.5.
Has your tickets to see Bruno Mars. 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
You can find anything at Target. You can get towels, toiletry, groceries. You can find sad, dejected boyfriends following around their girlfriends on a Sunday afternoon.
Just defeated.
Hungover, wishing a Mack truck would drive through the wall and run them over and just end their misery. But enough about my experiences at Target. You can also find a date at Target if you know how to look, and that's exactly what happened to today's second dater, Amanda, who is on the phone. Hey, Amanda, how are you?
Hey guys, I'm good.
What's up? So, how does one find a date at Target?
Actually, I wasn't expecting anything. I was in the cleaning supply section, and this guy just kind of came up to me and, he kind of used like, oh, what kind of cleaning products do you use kind of line.
That always gets me going.
Yeah.
I know. Man.
Yeah.
Ooh, you throw some Simple Green on me? Uh-oh. Hello. So you guys bonded over cleaning supplies.
Pretty much. I mean, he came up to me and was asking me what kind of cleaning products do I use for my kitchen.
How?
And that was it,
I
huh?
was like, okay, this is a pickup line, but I'll go with it because he was cute.
Oh, so it was obvious that he was just trying to make conversation.
I think so. I mean,
Okay.
who comes to the cleaning section and starts asking people what kind of products they use?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he had a real dilemma. Generic brand name.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I didn't know if maybe the two of you just thought it was so sexy to be talking about cleaning supplies that you had to go out.
How quickly did he move from cleaning supplies to let's go out on a date? Because that's got to be somewhat of an awkward transition.
No, I mean, we were talking for about maybe like 10, 15 minutes. And he's like, hey, do you want to grab some coffee? Which then coffee led into drinks. And I was like, yeah, it was actually, he was pretty smooth about it. I wasn't really awkward at all.
You get hit on a lot when you're out? Is this a normal thing for you, or is it?
I mean, sometimes I get catcalled, but, I don't get picked up at like Target or stores while I'm shopping.
So this was a new experience for you. If I was shopping at Target and somebody just came up and started hitting on me, I think it was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So what did you guys do on your date?
We went to this cafe, and we were going to have coffee, but then we both got hungry after we were chatting for a while, so we ended up going to a restaurant, having dinner, so it ended up being like a long, nice evening.
Wow. Which is usually a great sign if things just keep continuing. What was the best part of it for you?
I just think we were laughing a lot. We had a lot in common. We both love outdoor sports, and everything went well till the end of the date, which was just awkward.
Until the end of the date.
Oh, man.
We spent like 4 or 5 hours together, which is a really long date. Had great conversation. We're laughing. And then in the end, I kind of thought he would go in for the kiss, and instead, he stuck his hand out and shook my hand.
Oh,
That's
He handshook you?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
A guy handshaking a girl is very unusual.
Awkward.
How did that whole thing, explain to me how that happened? Because there are those times where you'll go to hug someone, but then you think they might want to shake, so you kind of do like a half shake and then half hug, and it's all messed up.
Yeah.
But was it like that, or he literally was making an effort to handshake you and not hug you?
I almost stepped in for a hug, and he immediately took his hand out, so I kind of pulled back, and then I stuck my hand out and shook his hand. But this is what's weird. He saw me at Target, so I know he's not gay.
Yeah.
He picked me up. He asked me out. So he knows what I look like. It's not like we were online dating. He had no idea. So I just don't know what went wrong at the end of the day.
Well, after the handshake, did you guys make any plans to go out again, or did you drop hints at least?
He said, yeah, I'll call you. Let's go for a hike. And I was like, okay, sounds great.
So he even suggested the activity of going for a hike after handshake.
Right.
Weird.
Were you giving him weird signals, like maybe you weren't being very obvious that you were interested in him?
Well, no, I didn't pick up on any weird signs, and I didn't give him any bad signs. So I didn't feel that I did anything wrong, or I may have led him in the wrong direction. I just am confused.
Okay, so nothing weird happened on your date. Everything was perfectly normal, like you said. You guys were laughing, hanging out, and then at the end of it, you try to go in for a hug, and he just sticks out his hand and shakes your hand and
shook it. Yeah.
Don't write him off because of that, Amanda. He could have been nervous. He could not kiss on the first date. I mean,
know, but at least give me a hug.
I know, but you found a guy that cleans. Don't give up on him.
Yeah, the sexiest thing ever.
Well, I have given up on hope. I mean, it's been 2 weeks since he called me, and the last thing I remember is a handshake. So.
Okay, so that was going to be my next question. It's been 2 weeks since you went out with this guy.
Yeah.
And you haven't heard a single word after your handshake.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything.
All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, call him, get him on the phone, and get your second date update, okay?
Thank you.
Hang on.
Baby, I'm playing on you tonight. Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
You know, Amanda, I don't want you to feel bad that your date ended in a handshake. Because, I don't know if you know this, but in a lot of cultures, a handshake is even more intimate than sex. Okay, I don't know exactly what cultures that exist in, but
devout religious ones.
I just made it up right now, and it sounded good to me. So don't feel bad that the guy you want us to call today ended your date by shaking your hand and not giving you a hug or a kiss.
Okay.
If you're just tuning into the second date update, Amanda wants us to call this guy named Danny. They met at Target. He hit on her. They went out, had a good time. She can't think of anything that went wrong on the date, but it did end with him giving her a handshake. Did it seem like he didn't want to touch you, or did it seem like a handshake was just normal for him to do?
I feel like he didn't want to touch me.
You feel like he didn't want to touch you. Okay.
But he offered the hiking after that. That's what the mixed messages have to be so confusing for you.
Yeah, it is. I just think maybe he had a personal issue that I don't know about, and I'm trying not to get personal.
Maybe he's like a germaphobe. He
That's
could
true.
be. You met him in the cleaning section at Target. That's a legit, that's actually a good theory. I just surprised myself with that. That might actually work. All right, well, I'm going to dial the phone number right now, see if we can get him on the phone, and hopefully find out what went wrong on your date and why he's not calling you back, okay? All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hey, I was looking for Danny.
Yeah, this is Danny.
Danny, how are you? This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the morning.
Good.
I'm calling you today because you recently went out on a date with one of our listeners, and they gave us your phone number and asked us to call you.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Her name is Amanda. She emailed us and told us about how you picked her up at a Target. She thought that was a really cute move, by the way, and told us a little bit about your date, said that she really liked you, but I guess it's been like 2 weeks now, and you're not returning her phone calls.
Uh-huh.
Would you mind maybe giving us some insight into why it's been 2 weeks and you haven't called Amanda back?
I guess I just can't see myself being in a relationship with her, and that's kind of what I'm looking for.
Is it because of something she did on the date, something she said?
I mean, I didn't get to know her really well, but she was kind of gross on our date.
How is she
gross?
How is she gross?
Just her manners. I'm not sure really like how she was raised, and it was kind of shocking to me.
Wow, I'm very curious now, Danny. Because according to her, your date was perfectly normal. She didn't do anything weird. The thing that she did say was strange about your date was how you shook her hand at the end. Is that why you shook her hand? Because you thought she was gross?
Yeah, I needed an exit.
Can you give me one specific thing?
Yeah.
Was she sloppy when she was eating her food? She not put her napkin on her lap? What specifically made you think that she's nasty?
Well, it was going fine, and like halfway through the meal, she grabbed my hand and she leaned over into my ear and whispered, "I'll be back in a few minutes.
Okay.
I have to honk out a dirt snake."
No, she did not say that on the first date. Are you
You're
kidding
lying.
me?
You're lying about that, Danny.
That could not be real.
I swear to God.
And she
What was that
whispered
term again? What was that term again?
Oh, man. She said I have to honk out a dirt snake.
Was she being funny, or was like this a
That's
legit?
what I thought. I thought she was making a joke, and I just said, "Are you serious?" She just said, "No, really, I have to go download a brown load. I'll be back in a few minutes."
Stop
She had to have been joking then.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Come on, man. Like
I don't know one girl that would do that
way.
seriously.
she had to have been. She had to have been joking with you, Danny.
She was not. She left. She was gone for a few minutes. I mean, at the time, I couldn't eat. I lost my appetite. That's how serious she was being.
What did she say when she got back to the table? Like she had to have had a smile or been laughing.
Yeah, she had a smile, and she patted her belly, and she said, "It looks like someone dropped the kids off at the pool."
With it.
She's so good.
Oh my gosh. Was your face red?
I didn't know what to say, and she just jumped right back into her meal. And after a few minutes, she noticed, and she thought I didn't like it. She asked me if I didn't like the food, and I said, I just pretended I was feeling sick.
I would have been so grossed out. Like, I've been with my girlfriend like a year and a half now, and I don't even know that she does that still. Oh my God. And I don't ever plan on knowing that she does that. So, all right, Danny, I can understand why that would be a turnoff for you.
Yeah, that's why I shook her hand. I needed to get out of there.
All right. Danny, thank you very much for being honest. I'm sorry you had to endure that date.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, I'm sorry too, I guess. Is that all that you guys needed today, or?
Yeah, that's just about everything. I'll let her know. Actually, why don't you let her know what the problem was on the date, because she's actually listening and on the other line right now.
Oh.
Amanda, did you actually say those things, or is he over-exaggerating?
Yeah, I said those things.
You did?
Amanda!
What? Why?
Women do go to the bathroom, and I like to joke around a lot, and I said it in a joking manner, and I was going to be honest with him, you know?
Okay, so the lines that you used, those were jokes, but you really did have to do what you said you were doing?
Yes.
There's truth in every joke, Jubal.
But I don't know why you're being such a stickler about it. I mean, don't you go to the bathroom?
Yes, I do, but I don't tell people like that. I mean, you could have just said, I'm going to go to the restroom, or powder your nose, or whatever.
Yeah, say that.
But it wasn't a joke. I had to
Amanda!
Dude, I give it up to you, girl.
Amanda, you don't care at all, huh?
I mean, honestly, would you rather me at the table be like, hey, I got to go
No, I don't think that's what Danny's saying.
No, you could have said, I have to go to the bathroom. To say it that way is if, like, I'm your brother and we're hanging out, you know.
Well, I'm just descriptive. I'm a joking kind of person, and I'm descriptive, and so I have fun.
I will say, I wish I had a little bit more Amanda in me, because I haven't even talked about poop with my husband, and we've been married.
Everyone, guys, be open-minded. Everybody does it. It's a part of our human biological, systems. Like, we all go to the bathroom.
Yeah, but we stopped talking like that when we turned 14.
Amanda, you're telling me no other guy you've dated before has had a problem with this?
No, my last boyfriend, he used to come out of the bathroom and we'd high five.
Are you serious?
I bet we're going to get a ton of people on the text board who want to go out with you for this reason alone,
Probably.
Amanda. I mean, you're blunt and you're open.
Yeah, I'm honest, guys.
Yeah, I guess you're honest. I just, it's a first date. I mean, when you go out on a first date, you're supposed to, be a little more careful with what you say.
But shouldn't you know me for me? Why should I be hiding things?
Danny, you were attracted to her at one point. Couldn't you see the humor in it?
I mean, she whispered in my ear, dirt snake.
All right, good point.
Yeah.
Well, Danny, I would love to ask if you'll go on a second date with Amanda. We will pay for it.
I guess I can see where she's coming from, and it's great that she's so comfortable with herself, but I honestly can't stop thinking about dirt snake.
Okay, so, Amanda.
Listen, that's just me being who I am, and if he's not comfortable with it, then we're just not compatible.
Amanda, I really enjoyed meeting you, kind of, and, good luck.
All right, no second date, Amanda. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm not sorry, guys. I'm not.
Yeah.
And you know what? Thank you for letting us all today learn a new phrase in the second date update.
Seriously.
Download a brown load will now be in my vernacular permanently.
Right,
Thank
and you guys will laugh about it later on.
Yes, we will, Amanda. Man, today's second date update has opened up the floodgates on our text message board at 78592. Texts in like this one. My wife sat on my lap and farted on me on our first date. It was love at first fart. We've been together for 6 years. We crap in front of each other all the time. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5. Why are we getting texts like that? Well, because this girl named Amanda wanted to call this dude named Danny and find out why he wasn't calling her back after their date. She couldn't think of any reason why he wouldn't. Everything went great, except at the end of the night, he gave her a handshake. We called Danny, got him on the phone. Turns out that Amanda is very open with her bodily functions and even uses creative verbiage when telling you that she has to go to the bathroom. Things like on a first date, mind you, leaning over to the table going, hey, I'll be back. I got to go download a brown load. Just joking around with the guy about taking a number 2, and most people are not comfortable with that. I am one of those people.
gosh.
I've been with my girlfriend about a year and a half now. Don't even know that she does it.
She doesn't.
prefer
Don't worry,
to
Jubal, she doesn't.
Never know that.
I remember
don't even
the-
really like knowing when my friends are going to do it. I just go ahead and take care of that business
There's a
yourself.
lot of people
One
on
of
that
my-
text board that are cool with it, though, that they say they
my
would go
God.
out
No,
with
that's
her.
so many people.
Yeah.
Like, where is she? I'm ready for this girl to be my wife at 78592.
You guys realize she might talk about her time of the month with the same
but she's
freedom.
funny.
Are you excited
She's
for that?
Funny.
It's
she's got a
funny.
sense of humor, and
Is that a
some
sense of
people
humor?
like that. Yeah, absolutely.
It's
I
funny,
can't do
like
it,
the
but
first
good for
couple
her.
times, but imagine being on her 5 years from now. You've been dating for 5 years, okay? After 5 years, nobody's attracted to each other anyway. And then you have to sit there and listen to her continue to make these jokes. You're just like, okay, it's got to stop at some point. Another text in at 78592. This chick is amazing. She's funny, open, hot enough to pick up. This guy is a total tool. Another one that
I see it.
I bet she's as dirty in bed as her dirty mouth.
I
All
don't
right,
think
but
you want
listen.
that kind of dirty.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's a different kind of dirty.
It might be bad. But everybody texting in at 78592, there's not a lot of people that are ripping her for being so open about having to take a
This
Tuesday
is
in the middle of her date.
second date that I've ever been scarred. Like, I will never, ever
Oh,
forget the
come on.
term
It's definitely
snake.
not the first one I've been scarred, but yeah, that's
So funny.
I still wish I was more like her. I mean, the first time I farted in front of my husband was one of the most embarrassing moments.
You
of my
told
life.
us
know
you
why?
like eat on the toilet and
Yeah.
keep the door open and talk to
Yeah,
each
but
other.
that's only with peeing, Lydia. Peeing is not gross.
But you still keep the door open and have chats with
You're
each other.
still
Fine.
sitting on the toilet eating food talking to your husband, no matter what you're
So
doing.
don't worry, you're like her.
Yeah, you're pretty. You're fine.
Yeah.
You're exactly like this girl. Actually, you're probably
Closed.
worse.
Stay more closed, actually. That'd be more open.
You just wait. That is love right there, is what that is.
I don't know. I never want to be in love with him, that's for sure.
Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Do you think landscapers are good at manscaping? Good question. I don't know, but I do know somebody who might know. Her name is Olivia, and she's on the phone right now for a second date update. And apparently she went out with her landscaper. So we're going to answer that age-old question in a moment, hopefully. What's up, Olivia?
Hey, how are you guys?
Oh, man,
all right. How are you?
Olivia, it set you up to really be the...
I thought she was the manscaper.
What would you call it? The critic of the hedges? I don't know.
Olivia, you hold all the knowledge when it comes to landscapers and manscaping, and we're going to ask you that question in a second. Hopefully you know it. I don't know how your date went, but your email said that you went out with your landscaper?
Yeah, I actually hired this new company to do my landscaping, and when Austin is his name, when he showed up, I was like a little, pleasantly shocked.
Okay.
I mean, it sounds like a bad romance novel come to life, is what it sounds like.
I know. It's like so cliche. It really is. But he was young and so good looking, like just like muscles and oh my gosh.
Oh my God, you're getting hot right now. How much younger is he?
I would say he's at least 5 years younger than me. We never really talked about his age, but
Okay.
Not crazy younger,
Yeah.
though. It's not like you're 50 and he's like
No.
18.
no. He's definitely a man, like for sure.
Man through and through.
She can barely say that. Oh,
So-
a man.
How did you end up getting a date with him? Did you hit on him while he was working on your house, or you hit him up later?
No, I did. I kept staring at him from my window, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Creepy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like total stalker or something. But he was getting hot, like literally and physically. And I was like, I was just invite him in for a drink.
Of course.
It's hot out here. You want some lemonade? You want oh, boy. How did my top fall off? That's unfortunate. I got to learn to button buttons better. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, it wasn't lemonade. It was Sprite. Totally different.
Oh,
Yeah. One's carbonated, one's not.
Okay, so anyway, he came in and flirting led to him literally.
Wait, what? Hold up. First day on the job, you hooked up with a landscaper?
I did. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I
Man,
did.
you've got some.
This is an adult film now.
Yeah. I'm in the wrong line of work, too. So is this the date then, or did you guys go out?
No, he left, but before he left, he was like, hey, you should come hang out at this bar. You know, I'm going to hang out with my buddies, but you can come by. We'll play pool. I was like, why not? So later that night, I met him at the bar.
Oh, so you guys did have hangout time.
Yes. We played pool. His buddies were there. They were really cool.
How did he introduce you?
He just said, this is Olivia. I mean, there was no pretense or just kind of like, oh, we're hanging out.
I was wondering if he put you in like the client box or if he put you in the friend box.
I think it was like the friend box.
Okay.
Yeah. You just said Olivia.
Okay. So you hung out with him at the bar, and did you like him as a person too and not just a piece of landscape meat?
Well, I mean, yeah, he was cool. Like, it was just really casual and fun, like kind of like adventurous. Like, I never do this, but I was like, why not? But then he disappeared. Like, we're having fun, couple drinks in, buddies were really cool, like I said, but I was like, where did he go? Like, where's Austin? And they had like, I don't know. And I didn't want to be like uncool, like I'm the old lady here hanging out. So I just kind of like sat back and thought, okay, he'll come back. Half an hour later, no sign of him. I have no idea where he went.
So he just ditched out? Did you text him?
So I texted him and nothing.
Nothing. You haven't heard anything from him since then?
No.
So wait, why are we calling him though? Because I feel like you should just chalk this up to like, awesome, lived out a fantasy, let's move on with life.
I kind of want to do it. I don't know.
You want more? You want more of Austin? That's fine. That's understandable.
Yeah.
Why not just book a regular like Tuesday for Austin to come by your house and do the art and you?
Oh my God, I totally thought about that. But I'm like, that's just embarrassing. Like, no, I can't.
Yeah,
no.
That's desperate.
Okay.
That's creepy.
You're like
Right.
paying him now?
Yeah, exactly. Can you just come hang out in my yard so I can stare at you through the window?
Do you have any idea why he would have ditched you?
No, I think something's happened, and maybe he's embarrassed, or I don't know.
Okay. Well, we'll play a song and then come back and call him and get your second date update, okay?
Okay.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Oh my, would you look at that? My shrubbery is getting long. And there are just leaves piled throughout this yard.
Oh,
Why, I wish I could get someone to come over here and blow those leaves out and maybe trim my shrubbery. Did somebody call a landscaper? Sorry if my leaf blower was a little too loud there, ma'am. Oh my, well you did startle me with it. But might you be able to work on my weeds too? Yes, I can, ma'am. Oops, looks like I trimmed a little too close and I just weed whacked your pants off. Oh dear, it looks like you did. How are we gonna handle this situation? I got an idea. I got an idea too.
Is that another weed whacker, or was that them making out at the end?
I think that was them making out. I'm not sure, but that is play-by-play of Olivia's first date. She's on the phone for a second date update, and she wants to call a dude named Austin. Austin is a landscaper. He showed up to work on her yard, and she had very lustful eyes.
Oh, man.
And invited him in for soda, and then they hooked up. They also made plans to go out later that night to a bar, and she showed up to the bar. He was there with his friends, but at a certain point, he just disappeared, and she hasn't heard a word from him. So we're about to get him on the phone and find out what happened. You ready to go, Olivia?
I'm ready.
Oh, God.
My.
Yeah, after that reenactment, she's got to be ready. It's like you lived it all over again, didn't you, Olivia?
Yeah, a little bit.
What's the worst possible scenario right now?
They didn't like me, that he just was like, just changed his mind.
Yeah, maybe he thought it was cool when you guys hooked up and then he had to hang out with you at the bar and maybe he just didn't click with you.
Yeah, but that's so low to just leave. I hate that.
All right, well, let's find out. I'm going to call him right now and see if we can get your answer. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Austin, please?
Yeah, speaking.
Austin, how are you, man? This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
Brooke and what?
Brook and Jubal in the Morning. It's a morning radio show.
Okay. I kind of don't listen to the radio, so I've never heard of you guys. Sorry. But
It's all good, man. I'm calling you today, though, because we actually got an email into our show about you.
What?
Yeah.
Weird, I know.
It's a segment we do on our show. It's called the Second Date Update. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up blowing them off, they can email us, and we'll get that person on the phone and hopefully find out why they're not calling them back. And you recently met a woman named Olivia.
Oh.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah?
Okay, wait a minute. She emailed you about me and her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She told us about how you came over to work on her house because you do landscaping, right?
Yeah, but...
Yeah, apparently you do more than that.
Yeah, we
Full
heard,
service.
We heard you are hot.
Yeah.
Look, but like, why would she call the radio show?
I don't know, because she wants to see you again.
Yeah.
She said she really enjoyed your initial experience with her when you came over to work on her house, and then she said she liked hanging out with you at the bar, but you just disappeared, and she hasn't heard from you.
I mean, yeah, but I just don't get why she would want to make this business public.
She needs our
I don't think that she's ashamed by any of it.
Okay, no. That's not what I mean.
What do you mean?
I mean, I just don't know why she would want that out there. But all right.
Sounds like it was fun.
I mean, it was until we were at the bar later on. And we were shooting some pool, and I went to go get some another round of drinks, and this guy comes up to me. Never seen this guy before in my life.
Okay.
But he bows up on me, and he says, "I know you slept with my wife."
Wait, what?
Wife?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, what? I don't know what you're talking about. This guy says that he followed her to the bar from the house. Saw her hanging out with me, knew that something had happened.
Whoa.
And like I was like, I was questioning it. Like, is this guy messing with me? So I asked him some questions. I asked him a little bit about the house. He knew everything about the house. He knew everything about the lawn.
Oh, no.
And I...
Wow.
But that's...
So
that is
you
really
think
weird.
Olivia is married?
Yeah.
So why would she call us? I now have the same questions that you do.
Yeah, why would she want this out there? What the?
And that's what I'm saying. I have no idea why she would want this out in public unless she, I don't know.
But there's got to be more to the story because she would have seen, I mean, if she is in fact married, I don't know for sure that I even believe that yet. If she is married, she would have seen her husband at the bar talking to you.
Thing is, the pool is in its own area in the bar, so it's like in another room. So she might not have actually seen him.
That would be so weird for him to just approach you and not approach her. Like, what kind of self-control do you have to have?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he did, but he was basically just talking to me, and he threatened me. He basically says, you're not seeing her anymore. You're not talking to her.
What?
He basically said that I couldn't landscape at the place anymore.
Oh, damn! You lost a client too.
After all that, I don't want to get any more trouble with my job, so I took off. I was out.
Yeah, understandable.
But why didn't you respond to her text messages like, "Hey, I'm not writing back because you have a husband"?
I'm not getting in the middle of that. I didn't mean to get in the middle of it in the first place, but after I met the guy, it's like, no, I'm not going to be texting with his wife.
But she can't
awful,
be.
Austin.
I feel like she can't be married if she's willing to do a second date update with us and everything else.
There's got to be more to the story.
I don't know.
I know who does know. It's Olivia, and she's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
We want to talk to her.
Unless she's hung up.
What?
Olivia, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What are you doing?
I'm not married. I don't know what you're talking about or who you're talking about.
Are you 100% sure?
Are you sure?
I mean, yeah, I'm not married. Why would I call them? If I were married, that would be stupid.
I mean, it's pretty stupid unless you think you're getting away with it. I mean, your husband knows.
I don't have a husband. I'm not married.
Okay, wait, are you divorced? Do you have a crazy ex-boyfriend?
Have you hooked up with anyone else?
I don't know who this guy is.
But he knew everything about you.
In the house.
This dude is 5'10". He's got brown hair. He was wearing a plaid shirt. He's got a tattoo on the forearm.
Does it say Olivia?
Like, literally, you're describing every guy at the bar. I mean, that's like, I'm not married. I have no idea.
Well, I don't know. It just seemed legit to me.
Look, Austin, didn't we have a good time? I mean, that's what you should be thinking about. Like, it was good, right?
That part of it, yeah, but your husband also saw that too.
What?
What?
He saw? He was watching.
What?
When he was talking to me at the bar, he said, "I saw what you did."
How could he see?
Apparently, they got some sort of drop cam in the house, and he saw it.
Olivia, are you married?
He set up a camera?
What do you mean he set up a camera? It sounds like you know something, Olivia.
Yeah, who's he?
No, I mean, I mean, that's not what I meant.
You are lying.
You're married.
You are lying.
No.
You are cheating on your husband.
I just meant, like, who's going to set up a camera in general? I mean, like, he set up a camera? Like, who does that? That's what I meant.
Okay, it sounds, Olivia, like you just slipped. That's what it sounds like.
And how dare you put Austin in that position?
And us.
It's not what you think. It's complicated.
Oh, is it? Okay, so now things are starting to come out a little bit because you misspoke there.
You cheater.
Olivia.
Don't try to paint me as this bad person. You don't know me.
Okay, but we don't know you.
Yeah, but
because we thought you were like just single, living at a house, hooking up with the landscaper, and we find out that you have a husband.
You have no idea what my life is like, and it's complicated. There's more to the story.
Well, don't bring other people into your mess. Keep your mess to yourself if it's that complicated.
You know what? If you were in my shoes, you would have done the same thing.
Okay, so now you're admitting it. You have a husband.
No.
Get a divorce.
You just said you would have done the same thing, which means that you cheated on your husband with Austin.
No, that I slept with a hot guy is what I'm saying.
While married.
Yeah.
I'm not playing your stupid games anymore. This is over.
Oh, my God.
Hello?
Wow.
Hey, Austin.
I am sorry,
Wow.
Austin. I am sorry for doubting your story.
Sounds like she's sure married, and that dude you talked to was her husband.
Listen, like I'm usually all for that kind of stuff, but I don't.
Austin, don't say that.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Oh, that is crazy.
The thing is, Austin, you think about it, there's videotape of you out there now.
Oh, see, I just don't want to get in trouble with my job. That's the thing. And if my boss found out that I did that again, then he'd be totally upset.
Again, Austin. Yeah, man, I think you maybe have learned your lesson now.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 says, how do I get a job at Austin's company? I really want to work there. Talking about today's second date update. If you didn't hear it, Olivia hired a landscaper to take care of her yard. That's the person who called in to get a second date update, and she actually ended up hooking up with him at her house. Yeah, it's like something out of a really bad adult movie.
Yeah, right.
But it happened. And then later that night, she met up with him at a bar where she met some of his friends, but then 30 minutes after that, he disappeared.
Yeah.
So we got her on the phone, and we got him on the phone. We talked to him, and he claims that he was confronted at the bar by a man who was her husband, and that dude has video of them hooking up in the house. She denied it at first, but then she actually kind of slipped up because he mentioned the video camera thing, and instead of being like, what, that's weird, she went, he has cameras set up?
I know.
And then
Dude.
We caught on to that and called her out for it, and then she continued to deny that she was married until she was like, it's complicated. So basically,
she admitted it.
She's cheating on her husband, probably, and didn't think that he would find out. So she thought, why not do a second date update to see if I can track down this landscaper again?
Dude, she is bold. That is a bold move. Or she just wants to get caught. You know, like some people just want to get caught.
Yeah, but I hate it when cheaters get caught and then they always act like, don't judge me.
I know.
You don't know.
You don't know me. You don't know me. I'm a cheater.
It's your
I
fault.
enjoy cheating. It's what I do. You don't know me.
And every cheater says that. Like, it's not an original thought or statement either. But there's also so many people that are asking to hire Austin's landscaping service.
Oh, gosh.
There's a lot of people.
We're getting so many texts. I'm in need of some work. Okay, only if you're single, okay?
There's a lot of people looking to hire Austin because even at the end of it, he's like, dude, I don't want any of this because I can't let my boss find out again. Again.
Well, and his name's Austin. I've never met an Austin that wasn't hot.
Really?
There's a lot of hot Austins out there.
So, if you're looking at hiring a landscaping company, I guess just call them up and see if there's an Austin that works there. And then that's probably the place you want to call because he definitely aims to please. And I have a feeling
yes, he does.
that Austin is not going to be able to stay away from it. No. Like, he sounds like the kind of dude that, like, if you hit on him, no matter who you are, and he's landscaping, he will try to sleep with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Right.
about
I'll
that.
do it again. It's kind of fun.
So she lied to us to get him on the phone, and we found out that, yeah, she's probably cheating on her husband.
Yeah, so she's lying to her husband more than she lied to us. So
Yeah. But her husband knows, and it's weird that her husband didn't confront her. He must be just
That is
waiting
weird.
for, like, the perfect opportunity.
Or it just happens so often that he's exhausted from it.
He's just like, whatever. It means I have to find new landscapers.
Yeah.
Those guys are doing such a good job.
He calls up someone, hey, you guys have any ugly, fat
Yeah.
landscapers or something?
Just some really unattractive landscapers. That's what I'm looking for. It probably doesn't even matter. She'll sleep with them anyway.
it doesn't, yeah.
I'll just keep going through every single landscaping company in town. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person that didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5's
Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
You know you must have really screwed up on a date if you actually save somebody's life and you still don't get a call back.
What? Yeah, for real.
Yeah. I don't know what you could have done, Patrick, but that's what happened on Patrick's date. He said he actually helped save somebody's life, but he's still not getting a call back.
Oh, my God.
What's up, man? How are you?
Hey, how's it going?
Dude, this
Pretty
sounds like an insane date.
You know what? It was honestly one of the craziest experiences I've ever had.
Oh,
whoa.
I bet.
You said you saved somebody's life. Unless that happens to you all the time, I would have to think it's a crazy experience.
No, I don't do that all the time. Actually,
Yeah, I know. I figured that you didn't.
He's
but thank
actually-
you for clarifying. Before we talk about what happened, let's talk about the girl you went out with a little bit. What's her name?
Jennifer.
Jennifer, all right. And where did you meet Jennifer?
We met on an app, actually.
Okay, that's pretty common. Was there anything that stood out to you about her?
I mean, she'd actually done a couple of triathlons, and I used to do some, and we just kind of got going back and forth about our training routine, and we just kind of hit it off, and we had some common ground.
Okay.
That's always nice. It gives you something to talk about, at least to get things rolling.
Yeah. I mean, she's actually really accomplished, so I just, I kind of wanted to impress her, but wanted to not act like I was impressing her kind of thing,
Okay. So I want to get to the part where you saved somebody's life because I'm curious about that, but did you have a good time with her? What'd you guys do?
Well, she was awesome. I made restaurant reservations
nice.
at this super fancy place.
Oh, so you wanted to impress her if you're making reservations at places like that.
I did, and I had just gotten a promotion at work, so I was actually kind of spoiling myself.
Nice.
I just had a good feeling about this girl, so yeah, I plopped down for this.
Okay.
And it was going really well. I had actually done some training beforehand that day, so I had forgotten to eat.
in between my last training and meeting with her because I was kind of running over there.
Oh.
And, yeah, so by the time we got to the restaurant, I was super hungry.
Yeah. Your stomach's like eating itself.
Please.
Yeah. Yeah, it was doing a lot of the talking for me, unfortunately.
Okay. Were you hangry? Were you like hangry and upset with her the whole time until you ate?
You know what? I get a little more zened out, like before the hangry happens. I was getting to the hangry.
Okay.
But, you know, when I get food in front of me, sometimes that need just kind of takes over.
What'd you do to your food?
Yeah.
Well, I have a very personal relationship with it, we'll say.
What does
All
that
right, maybe
mean?
that's the reason you're not getting the call back. I mean, if you're doing what I think, when it sounds to me like you did with your meal, I wouldn't call you back.
It sounds like you shouldn't be doing that in public spaces, whatever it is.
You need to only eat in private.
I just need to chew my food a certain amount of times before I swallow it. I was taught at a very young age that you have to chew your food or you won't be savoring it.
You count while you're chewing.
It's sort of a rhythmic thing.
Interesting.
So it's more of like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Are you able to multitask and, I don't know, have conversation while your rhythm chewing is going on?
Absolutely. I've actually, we talked about the triathlons. I've done it on the bike a few times.
Oh, chewing while you're...
I still don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, neither do I.
Those little gummies that they give you for energy as you're going down the final stretch. Sometimes you run out of energy and you have to eat these chewy gummy things, and it's actually the perfect way to rhythmically pump with the bike as you're chewing your food. So
Okay. Well, rhythmic pumping was not where I thought this conversation would go.
Or what it usually means on a date.
Yeah. What about the part where you saved somebody's life? How did that happen?
Right. So we pay the check, we leave the restaurant, and we see this commotion gathering about a half a block away from the restaurant on the sidewalk. And we just kind of didn't think of anything of it at first, but this commotion started growing. Somebody was yelling, "Help."
Oh, no.
So we walked over to see what was going on. And there was a man on the ground that had collapsed.
Oh, no.
And was not breathing. Coincidentally, at my work, I just got a promotion, so I had new responsibilities, and they trained me in CPR. So
that's
crazy.
awesome.
I told you this was one of the most insane experiences I've ever had.
And so did you actually do CPR, or did you screech and run away and forget everything you learned?
I did everything that I learned the previous day.
That's great.
And it took a couple of times. I had to go through it. I hate to say it, but I had to give this guy mouth-to-mouth one time.
It's saving a life. It's okay.
Yeah, I think it's all right if you're saving somebody.
I hope so. I mean, if you can't kiss a dude when you're saving his life, when can you?
I know.
I don't think
on
it's
a date,
kissing.
when you're on a date.
Oh my God, are you guys that scared of male-on-male touch that
So-
you consider it kissing?
Did it work?
I was able to revive him, and when he opened his eyes, I can't remember a more important thing that I have done in my life.
That is really beautiful. That really is. I mean, timing, right?
I mean, it's just one of those once-in-a-lifetime things that I don't know will ever repeat itself. So
Okay, and what'd your date think?
we had a really great conversation and a really great time, but this was a moment where we really saw each other.
That's deep.
That's really intense.
Yeah. Sounds like it was more of your moment than hers, though, because she's not calling you back.
Either that or it was her moment and it freaked her out.
I wish I knew.
We'll play a song, come back, and get your second date update, and see if we can figure out why she isn't calling you back, okay?
Sounds good.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
We're right in the middle of a second date update, and if you're just joining us, Patrick is on the phone, and he wants to call Jennifer. They went out for dinner, but he ended up saving somebody's life after the date. When they were leaving, apparently a man had passed out outside the restaurant, and Patrick performed CPR on the dude and then revived him.
Yeah.
And Patrick, I was thinking about it, and if we find out that, you set this whole thing up
What?
to look like a hero on
That
your
didn't
first
even
date,
cross my mind.
I got to tell you, I would be so proud of you. So proud. I don't know about everybody else, but I will be so proud of you if you set that up.
Yeah, I don't think I can give myself that much credit.
Yeah,
all right.
really. Well, I mean, have you talked to her at all since your date?
No, I've tried to reach out to her several times, and I mean, not too many,
Right.
I mean, it is pretty crazy that she hasn't called you back, even if she didn't like you that much. I mean, you guys, that's a pretty intense thing to share.
I thought it was a pretty special moment myself.
Okay.
Okay, that's probably not the right way to describe a man almost dying, but whatever.
After, when he came back.
Okay.
That was the special moment. Okay, I'm going to dial her phone number right now and see if we can figure it out. Here we go.
Hello,
Hi, is this Jennifer?
this is.
Jennifer, how are you? This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm okay.
Okay. Cool. Well, have a good day.
No, don't hang up.
I'm just confused. Sorry.
What are you confused about?
Like, why are you guys calling?
Oh, okay. I can help you with that
Okay,
if you want.
please.
I'm calling you today because one of our listeners sent us an email about you.
About me?
Mm-hmm.
It got even more confusing just now, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Well, we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and end up not calling them after, they can email us and we'll get you on the phone and try to find out what happened. So Patrick emailed us and asked us to call you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And he told us about your date, even the part where he said he saved a dude's life. Yeah. And he also told us that he's tried to reach out to you a few times, but he's heard nothing.
Yeah. This is crazy. Okay. Yeah.
Your date sounded crazy.
It was crazy to say the least. Yeah. The CPR part was insane.
Okay. I guess the question we all had is, how do you go out on a date with somebody and they actually end up saving someone's life and then you don't call them back? Was he that bad?
Yeah.
Well, it makes it sound terrible. I don't know. I guess, like, I think Patrick's, nice, and obviously, like, him saving that life was, like, really, I don't know what to say, like, heroic and great. But, like, I just didn't feel like he was a match. I don't know.
Just no chemistry or what?
I mean, there was chemistry, but, like, honestly, okay, I don't know. I'm just going to be honest, I guess, since we're doing this. Like, I was just driving home, like, he got me an Uber, and, like, at first I thought it was, like, really great that he gave CPR to the homeless person, and, like, I mean, he saved a life, so that's amazing, but I just, like, realized that he, like, gave CPR to a homeless person, and
you think that they should all die?
What?
Yeah, wait, hold
no.
up. Whatever you like, the way you just said that made you sound totally and completely evil, heartless. I'm not sure which.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Bill, that's not what I meant.
He revived a homeless person and they're a scourge on our city, and I don't know why he would do that.
No, okay. What I meant was that, like, I just feel like a lot of homeless people probably have, like, some diseases. And
what?
Yeah, and I just kind of felt like if he, basically kissed a homeless person like that, like, he probably got something. And I just, like, I've had friends, I don't know.
Are you
Okay.
freaking kidding me?
So you feel like he's dirty now?
What is your problem?
I mean, I don't know what to say. Like, I'm just being honest. I just feel like he probably has something, and I don't want to get it.
Okay.
Okay. Hold up. You sound like, one, the least medical person ever. Okay. And two, those are so many, like, maybes, what ifs.
I know, but it's enough, I guess, for me. I don't know.
What do you think he has?
I have no idea.
I would start with TB.
What? Oh my God,
And then I would
you
work
guys.
back from there.
Probably one of the
Oh my
hepatitis.
God,
Yeah, at
I'm
least a
dying right
hepatitis,
now.
like A, B, or C. I don't know. They might even have a new one. Who knows?
So wait, hold up. If he hadn't been there and you walked out and you saw a man unresponsive on the street and you judged him as homeless, even though you'd actually probably don't even know that he's technically homeless or not, you wouldn't save them for fear of getting a disease?
In that situation, I don't think that I would, like, be able to just jump right in and, like, save a life. Like, so I just think in general, like, I would be
too. I wouldn't know how to do that, and so I just think that it's a moot point.
Okay. Oh, man. But bottom line is the reason that you didn't call him back is you think he might have contracted something from a homeless man.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I've heard that after a date. That's been a lot of reasons that I haven't gotten a call back.
Yeah, you're contracting things is for different reasons.
Jennifer, I do need to let you know that Patrick is on the other line listening to this conversation and wants to talk to you, though.
Okay.
Patrick?
Yeah. Hi.
Hey.
I don't think I know what to say.
Sorry.
I'm just, you know what? I mean, I gotta just say, I'm in shock. I can't believe that you would think that.
Are you in nice shock? Because I'm in furious shock over here.
I don't know. I mean, I'm actually just kind of confused because from your profile and from the conversations we had before and during our date, you seem like a really educated young lady, and I'm just confused. I'm just confused that you would think that I could contract a disease from a brief encounter with a man's mouth.
I mean, yeah, you explain it like that. Who knows, right?
I had to give him mouth to mouth. He was not responding to the initial CPR that I was giving him, so I had to do what I did.
I mean, I totally get it, and I think that, again, it was, very heroic and amazing. You should have done it. I just think that I'm allowed to have my own feelings about it afterwards. That guy looked like he had a disease.
You can't. No. What made him look like he had a disease? Give us some details.
I'm just his hair was just so tangled.
Oh,
and
tangled hair disease.
So no.
I mean, he pretty much just looked like a hipster to me, Jennifer.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously,
very thin line between homeless and hipster.
You're kissing dudes that you meet on apps. You think that they don't have disease. They have just as much chance for disease as a homeless guy on the street.
I mean, now I don't know. I just I don't want to debate about this for forever. This is how I feel, and I just don't really want to deal with that. I'm super focused right now, and I'm healthy, training, so I just don't want to deal with any of that stuff.
I am still so blown away by your reaction to this, but if it makes you feel better, I can't believe I'm saying this. I will go and I will get tested. If it means
For what? Everything?
Yeah, what are you going to have them test you for?
How do you even want to go out with her again, Patrick?
I just want to prove it to her. I just want to prove it to her that me saving this man's life in no way put me in harm's way or possibly gave me a disease. I just want to disprove that theory.
Okay.
Honestly, I don't know. I think it's just still too soon, and something can still come up, and so you can get.
Yeah, some of that stuff can take months, Jennifer, before it actually pops up on a test.
Because the problem is it's her feeling. It's not actual science or actual facts. Now that's just an opinion. I don't get that, Jennifer. You think every ER doctor and ER nurse in this country has a disease because of people that they've helped?
No, I just think that maybe Patrick does.
All right, well, Jennifer, would you like to go out on a second date with Patrick? We'll pay for it. We'll even pay for his health screening.
I honestly, I'm sorry. I know, Patrick, you seem super nice, and I can tell you're making a lot of effort, even just with the phone call. But I just don't think I can.
Oh, this is so dumb.
I guess I can't really argue with that. Rejection is God's protection. So.
Okay.
Really? I thought it was Trojan.
I'm with Jubal.
Well, I guess I should have used protection when I was saving this man's life.
Yes.
Oh my God,
From now on,
what we learned here, you guys.
Before you perform CPR, always make sure you have some protection on you, okay? Yeah.
Oh my God.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
592 says, I think you guys just spoke with the worst human on the planet. Which is really saying something because we've talked to a lot of terrible human beings on this show.
Yeah, we have.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm talking about today's second date update. If you missed it, Patrick wanted to call this girl named Jennifer. They went out. He actually saved a dude's life on their date. He performed CPR
on what we found out was a homeless man.
Well, what
and
they
she didn't
think.
want to go out with him because she's worried about potential diseases that could have been transmitted to him from doing CPR on a homeless dude.
And I mean, I think a lot of people are arguing like, well, you don't need to do mouth to mouth anymore. You know, it's actually compression. Like, that's not the point. He used what tools he was taught to save a man's life.
Yeah.
And then she didn't want to go out with him because of that. She said that she would have chosen to do nothing if she saw the guy passed out on the street.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I feel like no matter how he did CPR or revived the dude, she'd just been like, ew, you touched a homeless.
She was awful. It makes me so sad.
So she didn't want to go out with him again. And he actually offered to get tested in order to go out with her again. Like, I'll get tested just to prove to you that I don't have any diseases from the homeless dude. He still was like willing to go out with her again.
Yeah. Oh my God. I know. So who's more wrong in this situation? I can't figure it out.
Either that or she must be incredibly hot.
Yeah, that's always
guess.
the big key.
And everybody texting in at 78592 is talking about what a horrible person she is for not wanting to date him again after he helped save a homeless man's life, thinking that he must have some sort of disease now.
I keep looking through our text where there's not one person that has
Okay,
this
and
girl's
can
back.
we also say that we still don't know that this man was homeless? She just thinks he's homeless because he had greasy hair.
Which
That
makes
was
it
her
worse.
reasoning for thinking
That's
he
true,
was
too.
homeless.
So if you
Not
pass-
that it would matter either way. He's a human being. He's a person. But she's so judgmental.
Which means if you have a bad hair day around this chick and pass out, then
Dude,
you're
I'm going to tell you, I
You
look
deserve to
homeless on
die.
a daily basis if those are her, like, bars for being homeless.
Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back, even if they wish homeless people would just die because they're all
my
kind of dirty. You can just email us, and we'll call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5.
It's time for your brand new second date update, and we all have a list of celebrities that we would do literally anything to get a date with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's yours?
Whoa.
I don't know, actually.
You guys don't have one off the top of your head?
You like Selma. I like Selma.
Selma Hayek, I
Yeah.
like Selma Hayek, but Meredith Baxter Burney is my A+ number one.
Who's
Always-
that?
Watch a Lifetime movie. You'll know who she is. Okay. Anyway, well, the guy in today's brand new second date update actually got to live out that fantasy. He went out with his number one biggest celebrity crush, and now he's not getting a call back from her. Is he pushing his luck? Probably, but we don't really care because it means we're finally going to have somebody almost as famous as me on the show.
You're so
Right?
dumb.
Am I right? In your second date update right now.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
I'm really interested in today's second date update because the couple that went out on a date didn't even meet in this world.
What?
They met in another world.
What are you talking about?
The world of Warcraft.
That's how you have to say it every time, isn't it?
I have really no idea what that means, but I know that it is a video game where there is a world and there is warring and perhaps some crafting going on in said world.
Maybe some embroidery is what you're thinking?
Why don't we get some more information from Isaiah, who is on the phone right now? And that's where he met his date, apparently, playing World of Warcraft. What's up, Isaiah?
Hi, how's it going?
Well, it is an honor to make your acquaintance, sir.
Ah, yes, and the like to you.
Oh, so you are on board with this, Isaiah. I see.
Your email said that you met the girl that you want to call today for a second date while playing World of Warcraft.
Well, I'm really into World of Warcraft, and I started listening to a podcast that she runs, and that's how we connected.
Oh, she actually does a podcast.
Yeah, she's really, really good at it.
So like a whole podcast just about the video game.
Yeah, she gives like tips and strategies and stuff. It's super hot.
Oh,
Super hot, yeah. All right.
Wow. To each their own, sir.
So you listen, so you're a fan of her podcast.
Yeah, yeah.
How
That
did you
even
actually
sounded creepy the way you just said, yeah.
That's pretty cool though. Like how did you score a date with her?
Well, I sent her a direct message on Twitter because she gives that in the show.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
And, I just told her that I admired her work and I like listening to her podcast, and she ended up responding to me.
That actually shocks me because I bet she gets hit up a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure. She has, such a hot voice,
Okay.
All right, but she chose you, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah, she got back to me, and I knew it was a stretch, even reaching out to her, because she is so popular and hot and knowledgeable about the game.
Mm-hmm.
We quickly figured out that we live in the same city.
Okay.
And I was...
It's not a city. It's a realm. Stop it, Isaiah.
Yeah, it is a realm,
God,
You're
Isaiah
right.
does not think you're funny.
No, he doesn't. But that's fine. He didn't get it. So you guys lived in the same city, and you both figured that out. And did she ask you out, or did you ask her out?
I asked her out because I thought it was a sign, it was destiny. So I knew I had to take a chance while the stars were in line for us.
Oh my God, that is serious talk about a first date. What did you guys do?
Well, we decided actually to go to a computer bar to play the game together.
Oh, cool.
That's cool.
That sounds great.
You guys have a common interest? You both love World of Warcraft? Why not?
Yeah, it seemed like a smart choice.
Were you able to have a conversation with her while you're both playing a video game?
Yes, through the game.
Oh, the chat.
When you're living in the game, it's just like real life.
Right.
I don't get it.
So
I don't get it.
for people who don't understand how the game is played, you went to a computer bar and you sat next to each other and played the game. But did you actually interact?
Actually, this is super cool. She taught me a command where you can make your character flirt with another character. And if you go command /flirt, then your character will actually flirt with their characters.
So wait, you went to a place to physically sit next to each other so you could virtually flirt with each other.
Brooke, let them do their thing.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Great.
Okay.
I would think, and I don't know because I'm not a gamer, but I would think that's a good sign if she's teaching you how to flirt with her.
Yeah, and I did it over and over and over again, and she did it back to me, too.
Whoa.
Okay, but did you ever do it in real life?
Well, I actually, I got her, some snacks and drinks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she really liked that. And when we got to the computer bar, I made sure that I pulled out her computer chair for her, and I wheeled it back in when she sat down.
Nice, gentlemen.
And you know those squishy little things for your arms so you don't get tendonitis when you're playing games for a long time?
Yeah, like tendonitis carpal tunnel. Yeah.
Yeah, I brought an extra one of those, and I let her use that.
Wow.
You are thoughtful, sir.
Oh, thanks.
Did she think you were thoughtful too? Did she like that gesture?
Yeah, she said thank you, and she gave me a real big smile, and she touched my shoulder, and I think that was a really good sign.
Oh my God.
I think you're right. You know, they always say, if somebody touches you or something, that means they're interested.
Yeah, and she touched me more than once.
Get it, son.
All right.
Woo.
Yeah.
It's getting hot in here. So how did things end? Was there any romance at that point?
Well, I walked her out, and I said that I'd like to hang out with her again, and we had a really good hug.
Okay.
That's good.
And, and then we left.
Okay, and did you guys make plans to go out again?
She said that she was open to hanging out again, so...
But you've called her and she hasn't called you back?
Yeah, I got her phone number, and we'd been texting, so I texted her, and I didn't hear anything back, so I thought maybe she wanted to go back to Twitter direct message, so I did that, and she didn't get back to me.
And you're sure she didn't take your little session as you being kind of like her student of World of Warcraft? She understood it was an actual date, right?
Yeah, well, if it was a private tutorial, I assume she would have charged me for it.
That's true.
That's a good point.
And when we were texting back and forth, she called it a date. She said, "It's a date!" Exclamation point.
Oh.
So she sounds interested.
Yeah, I know that she's kind of a celebrity in the gaming world, so maybe that's why she's not getting back to me, because she's just too busy.
Well, I'm going to play a song, come back, and then we'll call her and get your second date update and hopefully find out why she's not getting back to you, okay?
Okay.
All right, man. Hang on. We'll do it right after this.
Let's go.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
All right, it's time for the second level of today's second date update. And if you're just tuning in and wondering why I'm playing the Mario Brothers theme song, it's because Isaiah is on the phone and he wants to call a girl named Dawn today. They actually met through their love of World of Warcraft. Now, I know Super Mario Brothers and World of Warcraft are a lot different,
Yeah, good thing you said that because we were about to get a lot of hate mail.
but I said video games, and so I found the best video game thing I could find to play. Anyway, they met because they both love World of Warcraft. She actually hosts a podcast that he listens to, and he hit her up on Twitter and ended up asking her out, and they got together and met up at a computer bar and actually played World of Warcraft together, and now she's not calling him back.
And she's like a celebrity in the gaming world. I mean, if she says that maybe she wasn't that interested, I still think that you should be pretty proud that you hooked on one date with her.
Yeah, I just want to know where I stand with her, because we had a really good time, and she seemed like she was interested in me, and we really hit it off in the game. And
Okay, well, I'm going to dial her phone number right now, see if we can get her on the phone and find out why, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Hello.
Hi, I was looking for Dawn.
Yeah, this is she.
Dawn, how you doing? This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
Oh, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. You host a podcast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, what we do is kind of like a podcast, except you probably have more listeners.
Actually, probably true.
Okay. How can I help you?
Well, you can help us because we actually got an email from one of our listeners about you.
Okay. What'd they say?
Well, they said that they went out on a date with you a little while ago and had a really good time, but now you're not calling them back.
Oh. I thought you were calling because maybe you wanted like an interview or something.
No, sorry. You do a World of Warcraft podcast, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, our listeners have no idea what that is. So
I don't either. We'd ask you the dumbest
yeah,
questions.
we would
you
be
wouldn't
a
want it.
terrible interview. You'd probably get frustrated with us and hang up.
All right, okay. So
The reason we're calling is you recently met up with a dude who actually listens to your podcast, but also wanted to go on a date with you. His name is Isaiah.
yeah, I remember Isaiah.
Okay, well, Isaiah emailed us and told us about your date, and he's also confused because you're not calling him back, and he's tried to get a hold of you a few times.
Yeah, that's true.
Is it because you're, I don't know, have a lot of men throwing themselves at you?
No, actually, I really don't get asked out that often, so that's not it.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, I think some guys are just kind of intimidated, and I mean, I wish more guys would ask me out. That would be nice, but no.
Well, let's talk about the one dude that did ask you out then, Isaiah. Did you not enjoy your date with him?
Oh, no, I mean, the date, it was fine. Like, it wasn't a bad date. It wasn't too awkward or anything. He's a fan of mine, so I'm just gonna say it's just not gonna work.
Can you tell us anything so that we can at least let him know? Because he's really confused. He thought that you had a great time and you both had a good connection and you enjoyed the date.
Well, I mean, I don't want to go into too much detail, but I'm a level 110 Blood Elf Hunter, and he's a level 20 Undead Warrior.
Okay.
Okay. What does that mean exactly?
It just means that he has barely played the game.
Oh, and then...
In comparison to me.
Okay, so you've got a really good rating and you have a high level on the game and he doesn't.
It's similar to an 11-year-old boy asking Heidi Klum out on a date. You know, it's not gonna look good for her. Besides not being legal, but it's not going to be good.
So wait, the gaming world will judge you for dating someone?
Oh, yeah. Oh, they judge everything. Hardcore. Yeah.
Like, you're being serious about this?
Yeah, no, if they know that I'm hanging out with a noob, I'll lose followers. I'll get blasted.
Oh, no.
That is so weird to me.
This is a real thing. You mean this?
I mean, I have thousands of people following me, right? And they're following me for, like, strat and, tips and things. How is it going to look if I'm dating, like, a level 20 warrior and he hasn't even gotten a Nobergon yet? So it's like,
Yeah, I know, right?
Not Nobergon.
God.
Oh, my God.
God, anybody
How
knows
does-
Nobergon?
Obviously, Don, I have no idea what you said, but I'm kind of understanding what you mean in a weird way.
But why did you go out with him to begin with, Dawn? Didn't you know that he wasn't past Nobergon?
No, I wasn't on WoW when we were talking. He DM'd me on Twitter.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
And I mean, I didn't think to ask because, like, people who follow me, I assume they're at least level 80. Otherwise, why are they there?
Yeah, right? What are you doing?
You crazy?
We're trying to play in the big leagues.
Oh man, were you so disappointed when you found out about his level status?
It's a pretty big bummer. It's, like I said, I don't get asked out on dates a lot, and he was really nice, but it was a big drawback.
Okay. That is an interesting reason, Don.
Yeah.
I do also want to let you know that Isaiah is on the other line listening to this conversation.
Right now?
Yep.
Hi. Hi, Don.
Oh my God.
Did you really mean all that?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were listening. I mean,
But you called me a noob.
Well, I don't mean to be mean, but you are. I mean, in the world of Warcraft, you are.
Yeah. If it's my status that you're worried about, then I will stop playing the game, and we can just connect about something else.
Isaiah, it's not your status I'm worried about. It's my status. I have an image to uphold.
Yeah, but if I quit, then you don't even have to worry about that status.
Yeah, but I can't date someone who doesn't play.
It'll just seem like you're not dating anyone at all. It'll be a secret.
Isaiah, you're willing to be just a secret boyfriend to her?
Because you weren't dating somebody before this.
I mean, well, so if we were dating, and I'm playing WoW all the time, you know that, like, what are we going to talk about? You don't know anything about end-level rating or, like, the end-of-game content. Like, you're still smelting tin and
Yeah, dude. You guys don't.
Sorry, but
What do you have in common, right?
I just can't be a teacher all the time.
Well, I can learn really fast. I mean, there's other podcasts I can be listening to all the time. I mean, I'll keep listening to yours, of course, and I will stay a subscriber no matter what. But, like, there's all kinds of things I can listen to, like, even when I'm, like, driving to work and stuff.
Well, and it's also just, like, a time thing. Like, if you're going to play World of Warcraft and want to play with me, you kind of got to put in a lot of hours.
I can do that. I mean, I can just drink coffee when I get home at night.
Or some Mountain Dew Code Red, man.
Yeah.
What if you guys just left World of Warcraft out of your relationship altogether?
Oh, you can't be serious.
I mean, I'm totally serious. Like, why does it need to be such a focal point of your romantic life?
I'm sorry, but it's that important to me.
Okay, I will commit myself 100% to playing every minute that I can, and I will catch up. I promise you. I'm not going to let go. And if I can just be around you, then I feel like it'll make me better as a person and as a player too, Like, you make people better. That's what you do. That's what your podcast is for, is helping people, and you helped me.
Don, come on. I mean, he said you were intelligent. He said you were attractive. Like, this guy really thinks, like, you're it.
I know, and that's the hard part. That's why it's so hard to tell him no.
Still,
don't say no. Like, I'll be here to support you. /flirt.
There you go. You got a /flirt over the phone, Don. Would you go out with Isaiah again one more time? We will pay for it.
Well, Isaiah, I mean, I can't date someone like this because of my work, but I mean, okay, if you can make it to, like, level 80, level 90, you can call me then, and we'll figure it out from there.
Hey. You hear that, Isaiah?
Level 80, I can do that.
80, preferably 90, but I'll cut it at 80.
You can text me at 80.
The door is still open, Isaiah. If you get to the right level in World of Warcraft, you can have your dream date.
Got a lot of work to do.
I can do it. I know I can do it because I have love on my side.
All right, so it's a deal, Don. If he gets to level 80 or 90, you will give him another shot.
It's a deal. Nice. It's a deal.
Woo! Yeah. All right, now you got something to work toward, Isaiah.
Yeah.
All right, well, I understood about a third of what was said in today's second date update, but I think it's kind of a successful one, Isaiah. You might have a second date at some point.
I will, Don, no matter how long it takes.
All right, well, just make sure you're always in a queue for a dungeon. Like, that's the way to get there.
All right. Remember that, Isaiah. If we learned anything about dating today, it's always remember you're in a queue for a dungeon.
You got it.
Always be in a queue for a dungeon.
Be in a queue for a dungeon.
Okay, almost got it.
Just get in that dungeon.
I will.
All right.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 says, you guys are laughing, but I'm a gamer, and people will judge her for dating this guy.
Okay.
Another text in at 78592 says, you guys don't know anything. World of Warcraft is a way of life.
Yeah.
She should definitely not go out with that guy. If you don't know what I'm talking about the second date update. Isaiah wanted to call a woman named Dawn. He was a big fan of hers because she hosts a World of Warcraft podcast and apparently is very successful with her podcast and at the game. They went out on a date. They played World of Warcraft together, and she found out on that date that he's a noob.
Oh, no.
The worst. He's not very good at the game. He's just starting. He's a level 20, I think she said.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means, but apparently somebody texted in 78592 laughing at him saying, that's basically like he's a baby. Okay, so he hasn't learned a lot in World of Warcraft, and she's obviously very good at it. And she said she couldn't date him because the people that listen to her podcast would judge her, and she would lose subscribers if she was dating a noob.
So I always thought that the bullies were the ones that made fun of the gamers, but apparently the bullies are the gamers making fun of each other.
Right?
Yeah.
There's even politics in the gaming world.
I know.
I only understood like 20% of what was going on in that second date.
Yeah, somebody texted in
But-
at 78592 and was like, what the hell just happened? I don't really know.
Yeah.
But they're not going out again until he gets his level up there.
Which means you're probably
Shoot.
not going out. It sounds hard to get
I
Yeah,
thought
it does.
that is a really judgy group of people.
Going to be a long time before they can go on a date. Remember, if you want a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
The woman on the phone for a second date update today met the dude that she wants to call in one of the sexiest ways possible.
How's that?
She was helping him out with a little interior design. That's right.
You think interior design is sexy?
So sexy.
Oh.
You know what? I think this room needs a complete rehaul. We need to strip down the walls all the way to the studs. Don't you think? Ooh. Those studs look a little weak. Maybe they need to be reinforced so they can handle a little more weight. Looks like this building hasn't been retrofitted for earthquakes. Let's try to shake the floor a little bit.
Oh my God.
See if it can handle the kind of stress. Carol is on the phone right now. Apparently she's an interior designer. And she met the guy that she wants to call while she was helping him design his place.
Oh, very
What's up,
simple.
Carol?
Hi, guys.
Hey, Carol.
Hi. Did it happen just like I envisioned it in my head?
Oh, sure it did.
I bet your profession has never sounded as hot as the way Jubal described it.
No. You know, I've taken places down to the studs, but this puts a whole new light on it.
Yeah. You know what your living room needs? A stripper pole. And for me to get on it real quick. That's what every place needs.
Oh my God, I love it.
I'm feeling better already.
Are you? Because Jubal's the one on the stripper pole. Let's all remember that.
So,
well, now I don't know.
so how did you go on a date with this guy? What's his name?
Well, his name is Ken.
Ken.
And he called my business, and he wanted me to come to do a consultation on his new interior design layout for his condo.
Oh.
Okay.
So this is routine for me, and I made an appointment. And I went to his place, and he opened the door. And as soon as he opened the door, I felt this instant attraction.
So you're like, I had no idea he was going to be hot. How do I do my job now?
Yeah, well, hello, Ken. Let me enter your condo.
It really threw me. I mean, but I'm a professional, and I went in.
The whole time you're just like, this place needs air conditioning because I am burning up, Ken. And he's like, it's actually pretty cool in here. I don't know what you're talking about. All right.
Did Ken give you any indication in the very beginning that he was feeling that same chemistry that you were?
Not right away, but then as the meeting went on, he brought up something personal, and then I started feeling a vibe.
Oh, really? Well, that's good.
What did he say?
He brought up the fact that he was divorced, and that's why I told him that I was recently single as well.
Okay.
So he didn't like start crying and lamenting his failed marriage or anything at that point?
No.
Okay.
At the end of the appointment, he actually said that he enjoyed our meeting and he would like to take me to dinner.
Nice.
Oh, so that is definitely more than just interior design.
Yeah, and I usually don't mix work with dating, but this guy was really hot.
Cheryl couldn't help herself.
Did you actually go to dinner with him?
I did. A couple of days later, we met at his condo, and he told me there was a great little local place. So we walked over, and we had a really nice dinner.
And that's kind of a setup for him having to walk you back to his place, too.
Yeah, I was a little hesitant about that, but, I had been there for a professional meeting, so I felt it was okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cautious Carol.
So we walked back to his place after dinner, and I told him I had a really nice evening, and I kissed him on the cheek, and then I left.
Okay, so you guys didn't kiss on the lips or do more than that?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry.
She's
That's ridiculous
blushing.
for me to think. I apologize for asking the question. I just wanted to make sure.
And were there any awkward moments during your guys' dinner or date?
I've been thinking about that, and maybe I was talking too much about my divorce and my ex-husband, maybe more than I should have.
Yeah, I would say at all.
At all.
Yeah, I wouldn't bring that up at all.
Was he talking about his too?
He talked about it a little, so I felt that I could as well, but maybe I just went too far.
Is your talk about your divorce like, hey, we split up amicably and now we're friends? Or is it, I hate that mother?
It wasn't really either of those. I mean, I just talked about it, and maybe for about a half an hour.
Oh,
That's
Carol.
a long time to focus on your divorce during a date.
Carol, were you in it and thinking, how do I stop myself?
He was asking questions, so I was just answering. And I didn't think I was doing anything wrong because he seemed curious. So I continued the conversation.
All right, and how long has it been since you've talked to him?
2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks. And are you interested in calling him for a second date, or you're just upset because he hasn't called you back to finish decorating his place?
Both.
Both. Hey, thanks for being honest about it. All right. Well, we'll play a song, come back, call him, and get your second date update, okay?
Okay.
Okay, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just tuning in for today's second date update, Carol is on the phone, and today she wants to call a guy named Ken. They bonded over the fact that they're both divorced. And now she's hoping she can get him on the phone and find out why he's not calling her back. So maybe they can go on a second date, and then they can see if their divorce stuff fits together nicely. If it still works.
Yeah.
Is that a correct way to recap everything, Carol?
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
So, sometimes you're divorced and you don't know if things are working correctly after a few years. So you guys want to check it out and make sure that everything is still in working order because
Wait,
the equipment hasn't been used in a while. I'm
That's
assuming.
not what I didn't know you were talking about
You were
that.
plotting it, Brooke.
Oh,
I
yeah,
thought you were talking about, the emotional baggage and,
No.
No,
and
I
how
was
you create a healthy relationship the next time.
No, not at all. I was just talking about mashing up things and seeing if everything works
Oh, right.
like it used to.
It will be interesting to see if that does happen.
It will be, yeah. All right, Carol. I'm about to dial his phone number and get him on the phone. Let me just refresh everybody's memory. You met him because he hired you as an interior designer for his new condo, and you guys went to dinner, but you feel like maybe you talked a little bit too much about your divorce during your date, and that's why he's not calling you back.
I think that may be it.
Maybe he's just not ready to date yet.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe.
Well, let's find out. I'm going to dial his phone number right now and see if we can get you an answer, okay?
Great.
Okay.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Ken, please?
Yeah, this is Ken.
Ken, how are you? This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning.
From who?
Brook and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
Okay. Yeah, I heard of you. What's going on?
Well, we're calling people today doing a survey, asking a little bit about our listening audience. Can you answer a few questions for me real quick?
You're so dumb.
Yeah, real quick.
Okay. How old are you?
What?
No.
That is not appropriate.
43.
43. Okay. Have you ever been divorced before?
What?
Yeah. Wait, what? Yeah.
Cool. Have you recently gone out on a date with a girl named Carol who's also divorced?
What's going on here?
Oh, God.
Sorry, man.
I don't know how much you know about our show, but have you ever heard a second date update?
No.
No. Okay. Well, what that is it's where if you go out on a date with someone and then not call them back after they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and ask why. So Carol actually emailed us about you. And she told us how you hired her to decorate your place, and then you ended up taking her out for dinner, and now you're not calling her back.
Yeah, I mean, but, I don't feel like I should go into all that on the radio.
Wow.
Well, she actually kind of wants you to.
Why?
Because she liked you, and she wants to know what the reason is. Did she do something wrong on the date?
I mean, it was just kind of strange, and I don't know, probably embarrassing for her, so I really don't want to get into it.
Oh.
Well, if you're saying that it's something that's going to embarrass her, she's prepared to be embarrassed. I mean, she's the one that emailed us to do this segment, so.
Yeah, but I mean, she told me. I don't know if she would want me telling everybody who's listening to this.
Well, that's kind of the deal when you do this. We tell you beforehand, like, you have to be willing to air whatever dirty laundry it is, and you have to be willing to hear something that might be embarrassing, so she knows.
She's totally clueless.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I don't know how much she told you about the date, but we were talking and both of us had been divorced. So we were just talking about some of our experiences with that. And, apparently she's had 4 different husbands.
Whoa.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Well, I mean.
She only told us about one divorce. Or at least made it sound like she only had one divorce.
Yeah.
Oh, no. This is really, okay. So yes, she said she had 4.
Okay.
2 of them were actually divorces.
Okay.
One of them, I swear this is how I remember it. She said that she doesn't actually know where he is.
He's missing?
The words she actually used were missing in action, and then laughed about it.
So wait, it wasn't like a legit military thing.
I don't think so. I mean, if it was a military thing, I don't think she would have laughed. I mean, she laughed. She doesn't know where he is, and she laughed about it.
So isn't she technically still married to him?
I honestly, I didn't want to ask much beyond that. But she had said that she had been married 4 times. So, I was like, well, what about the last one? And she told me that he died.
Did she laugh about that too, or was that a sad moment for her?
No, she offered that, and so I was trying to be sympathetic, and she was sort of cavalier about that too. She said that apparently they were in the Caribbean, and he fell off of a hoverboard.
What?
Oh my God!
That is a crazy story. No, she did not kill these guys. Why are you thinking that? That is the most ridiculous conclusion.
Okay.
I have something to say here.
Oh, what's going on?
Ken, that's Carol. She's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you. And apparently she has something to say now.
Yes, I do. I do have something to say here.
Well, now's your opportunity. Carol, say it.
Okay, I don't know where you got the impression that I was being cavalier. I was being honest with you. And if a woman can't be honest, what's the point?
True.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, I I understand. I did feel like I was being sympathetic, but I mean, I was kind of taking it off the fact that you were like, you laughed about it, which I thought was kind of weird.
No, I did not laugh. I don't even know where you got that from, okay? And I have to I thought we were having a really nice evening, and I felt like you were someone that I could open up to. But it seems like you're being a real jerk about this.
Oh, hold on. No, I'm not being a jerk about this. I mean, I was being really, like I said, I was being really sympathetic with you. But honestly, you started off just telling me you were divorced and then went to tell me you had 4 husbands. You were joking about one that totally disappeared.
Oh, no. Did I tell you he was missing in action? Yes. But the police don't even know where he is.
So,
oh my God.
By missing in action, do you mean he was in the military?
No, he played the ukulele.
Like as
he
a...
was not the person I thought I married.
Okay, so he was a ukulele player that just disappeared on you.
He wasn't just any ukulele player. He was damn good at it. Okay. He was a professional. And one day he just disappeared.
You know how those musicians are. Maybe he just decided to go on the road and, write some songs and stuff. Who knows?
I am fascinated by your life right now, Carol.
Well, I don't need you to be fascinated. I'm really embarrassed by what's going on here.
I don't think you have anything to be embarrassed about, Carol. I mean, a lot of this is out of your control. Missing in action, a freak hoverboard accident. I mean...
No, it's not my fault. And my 4 failed marriages had nothing to do with me. And I don't want to get married anymore. I'm done. Okay. I've had enough marriages.
Guys, I think what's getting lost in all this is like this came out all on a first date.
Yes.
Which was a little bit much for me to handle. I mean, it started off really friendly, but then we're going into hoverboard accident and disappeared and drinking and laughing and that's not a first date conversation in my opinion.
Well, Ken, you know what? How about you shut up? I think I've heard enough from you today.
Whoa, Carol.
You know what? Carol, I'm sorry, but the way that you're talking right now, like, I'm starting to get a sense of maybe what happened to that third husband.
You know what, Ken? That's really a stupid remark. And if Hank were alive today, he'd beat you over the head with his ukulele.
Wait a minute, I thought you said you didn't know what happened to him.
I don't. I'm just assuming that he's dead because I haven't heard from him in years.
Okay. All right, guys. Clearly, I am not the crazy one here. Am I alone on this now?
I think you are. I will never say anything mean against Carol ever.
I think Jubal is making a wise choice.
Ken, would you like to go out with Carol one more time on a second date? We will pay for it.
No. I mean, the thought of even possibly being missing or dead husband number 5 is a terrifying thought. I don't want to go anywhere near that.
You know what, Ken? I didn't even want to go out on another date with you now that I've heard all this. And you can cancel our interior design contract because I am done.
Okay, I don't want you back in my house.
At least everybody agrees.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even go in your place anymore. And for your information, that color palette you had was tackier than the jacket you wore when we went out to dinner.
Oh, damn.
Interior design.
Yeah. Boom.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 says, did she just admit to murder on the radio? And talking about today's second date update, Carol wanted to call a dude named Ken. They went out on a date, and she was talking about her ex. Her exes, we came to find out when we got him on the phone. She said 4 husbands, 2 normal divorces. The other 2 kind of disappeared.
We don't know.
Very mysteriously.
Yeah.
Well, one died. Actually, did die. She knows he's dead. And the other one was like, I don't know how he disappeared. So Ken was a little nervous about continuing a relationship with her.
We do have a possible sighting of the ukulele player, though.
Really?
Yeah, someone said that there's a player that wanders around my town. Maybe it's her ex-husband.
She said that one of her ex-husbands played the ukulele, and he was a professional, and he just took off and had never been heard from again, and that's where he was like, did he take off or did he disappear at the hands of you?
Well.
So there you go. Thanks for the hot tip on that. We'll investigate. Yes. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5